a bunch of LSD.
I did a series of videos on rape victims.
Dude, being left-handed is the worst thing in the world.
With your host, Rob Webb.
Can you tell me if it's cut or uncut?
For visual sake, oh man, it's a very much so uncut. That's how I roll.
Nice.
There's a fuller house in heaven. Rest in peace, Bob Saget. What's going on? Episode 74. Welcome to the FunBox podcast, the sloppiest podcast in town where anything goes. From Vaseline to one-legged unicycle queens, nothing is off limits. You may ask yourself, what's so fun about those things? And I say, we are the dreamers of the dream. We are the music makers. I'm here with two good friends of mine, Joe Messer and JB Baldwin. How you guys doing? Here we go. I suck at this, everything. I don't think I'm ever going to start a show the correct way with all the buttons. There's too many buttons. I realized my soundboard only works in this one channel, which I have to switch off and on to do desktop and audio and then soundboard audio. So it's like, screw my soundboard. I'm not supposed to have a soundboard, apparently. You probably is my mic on? Oh, there you go. See, too many buttons to push. What's going on, guys? Say hi.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
So, Rob, I think you need a
Hans.
You need an engineer, dude, like a guy that's just pushing the buttons for you.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I'm here. And last episode I didn't mention it. This is my new microphone, guys.
Dude, that thing is banging.
New microphone.
I have
up in the
microphone
house.
envy. That microphone definitely goes full frontal in the gym room. You know, like in the gym locker room. Like takes a shower, just dick swinging.
Fat.
Doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
you know,
the pat off the sides of the legs.
Yeah, like old guy, like old dude confidence. You know,
yeah,
in the gym room, he don't give a fuck. That's his dick. Deal with it.
I like big black phallic shaped things in front of my face.
In front of your face, it's there.
Yes,
That makes sense.
When I take a poop, I'll look down at my poop and I'll think, wow, I could probably survive prison. So long as the dude lets me on top, I rock back and forth, do a crossword puzzle, smoke a cigarette.
Right.
I could get it done.
Is it still reverse cowgirl at that point?
I would do reverse cowboy.
Right.
On the dude's dick.
Cowboy.
Because I don't want to look at him.
Right. I think that would be the only way to happen.
Yeah.
It would have to be no eye contact.
If he's like, give me eye, I want you to look in my soul, boy, while I get that booty. We're going to do this the easy way. Oh, no, it's like this.
We're going to do this the easy way or the hard way. Either way, I'm going to get that booty.
I'm going to get that booty hole.
And it's like, damn, I guess we got to do it the easy way.
Who was that comedian that said, like, the best way to not get raped in prison is to try and rape everyone else?
I don't know. I'd get peanut butter from the cafeteria and just keep it in my butt crack all the time.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. There's people into that shit, dude.
Yeah, peanut butter's, yeah.
But I heard that there's enough gay people in prison so rape happens, obviously, but it's usually to gay people. Like they already know that they're.
Yeah, it's like that. There's enough gay people in prison that they don't have to rape the unwilling.
So
much.
They obviously rape probably happens. It's just like unwanted sex happens, but it's unwanted against somebody that will have sex with a man,
anyway.
But not him.
Got you.
You know what I mean? Like
it's
a girl, like a straight woman, you could rape a straight woman, just like you can in prison. Like you can rape a gay man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just because they're gay doesn't mean they want it from everybody.
Right. Yeah.
But why is it that I mean, oh God, I'm probably saying terrible human
But
things.
which
like,
would cause the guy to rape him because it's like, oh, you like dick?
Yeah,
Oh,
but-
shut up, boy, and
Yeah,
get
but
get
here-
that booty hole
here's
going.
the,
whatever
here's
the
the
hell.
terrible
Get that-
like,
Get that booty hole going, boy. Bend over now. No, you gotta have reverb because the prison cells.
yeah, the
They're all
concrete
cinder
walls.
blocks. Get over, get down. Give me that booty hole, boy. Oh, I'm gonna taste that butthole meat. Oh.
I can always
But-
do. I can do that all
But
day.
the crazy thing, like, here's the terrible part about it is that, like, I feel bad. I felt really bad for women that get raped.
Why?
But
Why?
But I gotta say, if there's a man
Well,
in
I don't
prison,
get. Explain yourself.
if there's a man in prison that gets raped, that's already kind of in the dick and the butt, I don't feel as bad.
Oh, I don't feel as bad for any man
Does that
that
make
gets
me a
raped.
bad? Does that make me a bad human being?
No, I'm sexist. I think there's a big,
Kinda
huge
feel like it
difference
does.
between
It's
men
about
and women.
ratio, I guess.
I'm not a male chauvinist, but I am sexist because I believe men and women have inherent differences.
I get that. I
biological.
do. There's biological difference, but does that make me a male chauvinist?
No, because you don't think you're better. That's what a chauvinist
That's
is.
true. Okay.
Yes,
Okay. Then
yeah.
that makes me feel better about it.
Sexism,
I don't feel bad.
Sexist
Fuck it.
means that I believe by birth you are predestined as a woman to have certain behaviors. I think there's
I don't think behaviors.
there's exceptions to the rule, obviously,
yes,
but
behaviors indicates that their behavior or that their mental behaviors are driven because of their gender
just like men.
physically, just like men. But I'm not sure that I necessarily believe that because I think that
Well, there's masculine
like-
energy and feminine energy.
yes, but I mean I don't think that is derived off of their physical gender. I think it's derived off of who they are as a person. You know what I mean? Because if that's the case, we wouldn't have lesbians that are like super duty.
Well,
You know
there's
what I mean?
obviously there's exceptions to everything. You know, like
And then again, why does everybody got to put something in a fucking box?
I'm just
Like,
saying the
why can't it just
vast
be what it
majority.
is?
You
Are
could
we
do
still talking about prison?
you could the vast majority. You could do whatever you want, and there's anomalies and exceptions but the vast majority of people are in the planet. It's not just a social construct. They are
Right,
a woman.
right.
They like some.
They is she and she is him, and
Yeah, but I'm sexist. I mean, that makes me, and I'll admit it, I'm sexist because I believe in the differences between men and women. And eat me.
Well,
if you have a
I
problem
mean,
with that, guys,
I think
grab a spoon. I'm
I
just
think-
kidding. I love all you
Science.
guys,
Well,
but
I think all.
grab
I
a
think that kind of
spoon
means that,
and-
like, I don't really consider myself like a sexist person, but if you're taking it for its like,
well, that's what they
actual
tell
thing,
me.
then-
They tell me I'm just going
Listen,
along.
I
and
have
saying,
2 teenage daughters. I am fucking everything in the book that is not like
ditto.
a person.
teenage
Like
daughters.
I'm bare like I should
That's
be
a nightmare.
Like I have to pay a fine once a week just to like wake up and piss standing up because I'm such an asshole for being a straight white male. You know, so I'm like, eh. And then after a while, like you try to be cool and you try to be like, yeah, I can fucking hang and be, listen and be understanding. But then after a while, you understand why dads are always mad because they're just sick of compromising on everything. And they're just like, you know what? Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking sick of it. And I love my kids like more than anything.
but yeah,
But dude, I just don't give.
But
a
yeah,
fuck
everybody
about your
says that
opinions.
gender's the social construct, and you know what? I agree. I agree that gender is a social construct, and you know what?
Well,
I
there's 2 sides of gender, and here's what I get frustrated about: is we're talking about.
Oh, we don't have to
gender.
get really involved with this because
No,
it's like
we don't. This is-
I'm just
but here-
telling you I'm sexist. It's like
Yeah, no, but here's what I have to say: is that
Put-
people confuse gender with physical gender, male and female physically, and identifying as gender. And I think if everybody figures out that that's 2 separate things, then we can all move on. Because we don't talk about that. We just fucking, well, I don't
No, like,
agree with genders. And because we're like the teens that are identifying their gender as their personality aren't identifying it as their physical person. And we're identifying it as their physical person.
like
and
if
not their personality.
if a person that
We're talking about
identified
2 different things.
if Joe turned out to be a woman and you came over, you're like I'm a woman now, and you were real serious. I'd be like, whoa, this is heavy. This is weird. I'd play along like with your fantasy, but behind your back, I'd go, dude, that's crazy that Joe did that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but you know why?
100%,
But you know why I think that
like
is?
in a
think that's
public
because-
forum, I'm going to say that like you can't ever really become what you want to be if you're a man. You can never be a woman.
And
if you're a
I
man.
think it's wrong for people to assume that
That
you would
shadow's
do
always gonna be
anything
there.
else. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because like, if that's honestly, if you think about it, here's the crazy thing: is that's actually you respecting my
Yeah.
decision,
yeah,
but you're allowed to have your opinion of it too.
yeah.
And
Well,
that's where I think people get this sideways. Is like, I'll respect your decision. That doesn't mean I have to agree with it or that I have to accept
Yeah.
it. But I can respect you as a human being, not to be like, "What the fuck is wrong
Yeah.
with you, you
Yeah.
fucking weirdo?"
You know you're
You
really,
know, like-
you know you're really a dude, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I'm being respectful in saying like, "Well, welcome to my house, Bethany."
Yeah.
You know,
Exa-
or
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But like when you leave, and I'm talking to my wife or my friends or whatever, and I'm allowed to say
I'm going full force.
like,
on
"Wow,
my
that's
opinions
fucking
and-
weird. I'm
yeah.
not sure how I'm gonna deal with that."
Yeah.
And you're allowed to fucking do, because if you can have your opinion, so can I. So
You're
fuck off.
respectfully allowed to have an
And
opinion.
I think that's where
being
I think
American.
that's where a lot of people get fucking
Yeah.
sideways. Is like they want you to have my opinion too, you motherfucker. And if you don't have my opinion, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, you're canceled. You're
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm totally sexist. I believe in the vast majority of gender roles. I believe there are roles that echo into life. I think when you breastfeed a child, that child has a bond with you, specific type of bond for the rest of their life.
Yeah,
And it just, I think it just goes like if there's a bump in the night, are you gonna go, honey? Can you go find out what that was? Unless she's a crazy hardcore person and everybody's strapped. If you're like Reba McEntire from Tremors, that's different. That was a badass couple. Like that Reba McEntire and what's his name from Tremors. They were like a couple and they both fucking
Ed,
had.
was it Ed?
Yeah, but I tell you what, Reba McEntire and Tremors strapped and fucking badass like that was just hot as fuck.
Hell
Dude,
yeah,
she
it
was.
was.
Ugh.
Smoking.
But like I said, anything can happen. There's anomalies like. Or thing I'm just saying, vast majority of people. So I'm sexist, guys. Deal with it.
Speaking of smoking hot strapped women, have you guys seen The Righteous Gemstones on HBO yet?
No.
Dude, Rob, you haven't seen it yet?
No, not yet.
Rob, this is a show that you have to watch because this is a show about this family who are all ministers and they run a mega church. But the fucking main character is Danny McBride.
Oh my god, it's a comedy.
Yes, it's Danny
Okay, good.
McBride.
I was gonna say, is it a cult?
It
that-
is so fucking funny. And what's funny about it isn't that the show that for people that weren't like real into church and stuff like we were growing up, it's gonna be a funny ass fucking show. But what I fucking laugh hysterically at all by myself is how accurately perfect the praise and worship music is. And I'm like, when you watch it, you will see that whoever wrote this fucking show spent their entire childhood
In
in
church.
a fucking mega church.
Yeah.
Like
me
it is so perfect.
Let me tell you, I hate
Oh my
praise and
God.
worship music so much.
Oh my, dude, listen, it's so funny that a good friend of mine who works for a mega church, he's a video production manager for a mega church.
Just the saying mega churches.
Yeah.
Like,
So like when I was like, dude, you should check out this show because it's really funny. When I explained the show to him, I could hear him get uncomfortable, which made the show even funnier for me. You know, because like he's a pretty normal dude, but like there's just so much unsaid church stuff that goes on if you're in the church business. Like my mom. Okay, so my mom was a Southern gospel singer, so she was like the praise and worship leader. My dad was the sound engineer, so he set up all the techie stuff.
yeah.
And we were kind of part of a megachurch. Like our church had a congregation of like 2,500 people. And so like there was a whole youth ministry that was in a separate church. It was attached. Like it was a big presentation thing. So like, there was just the things that never went unsaid. Like when they did the offering every Sunday and they passed around the collection plate. If you think about it, there's 1,200 adults there. Each one of them is giving 10% of their income. Your average income is $60,000 to $80,000 a year.
Yeah. 5,
So-
10, $20.
Yeah, so like there's a fuckload of money going through that place.
Mm-hmm.
And no one talked about where it went.
Yeah.
No one talked about it.
I remember being a kid growing up in church, just always, that was the question. Where does that money go? Because the church always like stayed the same.
Like, and here's the thing, they were like, yeah, we're building a new gym. Okay, well, now as a grown-ass adult, I know that a gym that size probably cost them $300,000 to build. Where did the other $6.5 million go last year? Like, the government ain't got shit on churches, you know? Like,
yeah.
for instance, I saw, like, last week, fucking Tesla guy, what's his name? Elon Musk.
Yeah.
He released his 2019 tax returns because he was sick of people talking about him not paying taxes because he's a billionaire. You know how much he paid in taxes in 2019? $19 billion is what he paid the federal government.
Really?
$19 billion.
Oh, I'm sure.
Where the fuck did that money go?
A lot of people. A lot of people think that.
Right.
Yeah.
COVID.
It went in your mailbox.
Yeah.
Right. So like that's what I'm saying is like and his whole article was yes, lots of billionaires and lots of really big successful people, whatever. They make all these crazy bullshit tax write-offs so they don't have to actually pay their taxes.
All right, fuck this.
And that happens.
Yeah.
Fuck this is boring. We're gonna get to what we really want to talk to today.
Rob's like, just get too serious. And, listen, I was talking about the
Elon
fucking,
Musk is
I
a
was talking about the
ghost.
Righteous Gemstones because that shit's funny as fuck, Rob.
Yeah.
You need to watch that.
No,
shit.
I'm about to watch that because I was
Dude,
raised
play
in church.
a
and I'm
trailer.
about to be
Pull
like,
it up.
what?
YouTube, play a trailer. Put it on the fucking cast because we need to promote the shit because it's funny as balls.
And ghosts come from the church, so what?
Are we gonna have a ghost conversation today? Because I'm
Yeah.
so super down, dude.
Yeah, this episode is going to be about ghost apparitions. Apparitions. It's going to be, or
dude,
just
I fucking
Rittenhouse
love it.
footage evidence. The baby. Sinatra says. AAA meeting. Alcohol and ammo.
yeah.
Look at these searches.
Hey, did you know if you share your search history, you can get extra credit from Yahoo?
But what was the trailer for what was the movie called?
It's called The Righteous Gemstones. Look at that.
The Righteous Gemstones
Yeah,
trailer.
Was that Aykroyd?
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd is the
What?
dad. Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, so much
I'm
good stuff.
definitely watching it now.
Be big. The most watched daytime service of the year. Over 6 million worldwide.
If I were the king of the world. Welcome home, Dr. Gemstone.
Your whole ministry is set up to serve the Gemstones.
You should be ashamed of yourself. Well, I ain't. Praise be to He.
The Father, the Son.
Being leaders, that's man's business.
I'm more of a man than Kelvin is.
I can argue with you there.
Is he the lead worship guy? He looks like it.
Yeah, yeah.
Good afternoon, Jesus. Thank you for letting me be born into this world as a gemstone.
I grew up in a rural area. What she's trying to say is that she is a poverty person.
I grew up in a hard-working, middle-class family. We weren't rich, but we also weren't poor.
And we also don't really care. That's kind of a boring, lame origin story. Dark forces are at work. Evil forces that wish to destroy our family.
The Lord has always had the
I'm going to let
Gemstones
it
back.
shine.
You think messing with the man of the Lord is easy pickings? I refuse to be blackmailed.
You kind of are. I mean, that's pretty much exactly what this is.
If you go down for this, you better keep our names out your mouth.
Y'all stop trying to step to me. Did you just splash me? Do it again. See what I do. You look dumb with them glasses on. Why are you even wearing them?
It's fashion.
Good night.
Daytime dummy.
Maybe Johnny Caesar was right. Maybe this family has become an abomination. What?
Daddy, you just threw Jesus across the room.
No, it was a karate person.
No, that wasn't a karate person. That was Jesus.
What is this? A Coen Brothers movie?
It's a series. I just
it's a series.
Yeah, we
Okay.
just finished the first season, so the second season just
I
came out.
realized I just said Aykroyd. And that
I
was
got
John
you.
Goodman.
John Goodman, yeah.
Wow.
It's okay,
All
same
right.
genre, you know.
I got you.
All right, so let's talk about ghosts.
All right, this episode first I want to thank the Patreons, Dina Lindo, Sinatra Says, and Steve O'Long. I'm gonna get you guys something in the soon. I still got to give you guys stickers and decals. I have them. I just suck really bad.
Man, I miss Crazy Stevie.
Steve O'Long.
Hell yeah. But this episode, we're going to be diving into the paranormal and apparitions, specifically apparitions. We're going to put aside any poltergeist activity, things moving, things going bump in the night. We're going to put aside pictures. We could talk about our own experiences. That's fine and dandy. But what I wanted to really present this episode, I can't talk right, is apparitions, and the most convincing apparition footage that I've seen that that compelled me.
Now, have you had a personal experience with apparitions that
No.
brought this on, or are you investigating because
I've never seen
you've never had an experience?
apparition? I've had somebody whisper my name. I've been touched. I've been groped. I've been my couch has been kicked.
So it's
I've
not like
seen-
you've never had. It's not like you've never had any experience. You've just never specifically had this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen
That's
things
cool.
move.
Okay.
So what else is the fourth kind would be vision. So there's like sight,
Yeah.
smell, taste. I've smelled maybe. There's no telling what I'm smelling at any given moment. So I don't even.
Okay.
Smelling to me would be nothing. Oh, I smell
Man.
roses.
Man.
Debbie used to wear this certain perfume that was roses.
Yeah.
You smell it every day
Dude,
at 7 p.m.
Okay, so I'm gonna share the.
I'm sorry, Gladys, are you there? I think she's calling in.
Hello.
Gladys.
Hello.
Gladys.
Hello.
Gladys, are you there?
Gladys.
Can you guys hear me now?
Wait. Is that you?
It's me,
Can you
Gladys.
stand? Walk further away from the light so
I
we
went
can.
British for some reason. I
we
don't
can-
know why.
we can hear you
Actually,
more.
I'm actually a southern girl, a southern belle.
We can
from
hear you better if
Georgia.
you walk away from the light.
Gladys, why are you calling in here today? By the way, our phone lines are down. I don't even know how Gladys is calling in. How are you calling in? Gladys, what's going on?
Well, I don't know. I have magical powers. I just wanted to tell you that my meatloaf and my shepherd's pie is ready whenever you want to pick it up.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't order anything.
It's not an order. I just made it because I'm just a nice lady. Oh, and by the way, who's that JB man that's sitting there with the flannel?
I wanted cornbread. I don't know about the meatloaf.
You just said it yourself. That's JB.
JB man, oh, he looks so handsome. He reminds me of my third husband.
Stands John the Baptist.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and him, well, he left me because of my certain case of infidelity again that I had. It was with another young man, and he looked like another fella. I blame that on the sunset.
She's a liar.
All right. Anyway, I'll see you later, Gladys. Bye.
All right, good Lord. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ.
Praise be to He.
All right. Well, here we go. But anyway, that was Gladys.
Anywho, back
Yeah,
to
we
the
haven't
ranch.
heard from her in a while. So, but yeah, there's I wanted to specifically touch on apparitions and the visual aspect because they say the holy grail of ghost encounters is being touched, and I just disagree. I've been touched. I've been
Yeah, but see, when you get touched, because I feel like I've been touched before too. But doesn't your mind just kind of say, nah? There's always a doubt. I think it has to be a visual thing because it's really hard to debate with yourself on some shit you've seen.
You don't see it, so you don't believe it. And it's
Yeah.
believing
Right,
is seeing,
yeah.
seeing is believing, like in Santa Claus.
Right.
Exactly.
Put that mic no less than like fist length away from your face. That'd be nice.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right about, knob slob range. Like,
just keep
like
get
you
on
gotta
on
fight
that.
dick away. Like, yeah.
That's why I put the big poof on mine. I got the big poof because I'm
Poofity-poof.
all up close on the poof.
So anyway, apparitions. So, JB, have you ever had a experience of the extra fucking thing kind?
Paranormal.
Paranormal thing.
Paranormal.
Supernatural.
I've actually done a ghost hunt with a crew, my friend. Nothing really came out of it. I feel like it's more of a spiritual, personal feeling myself, being in that development. But like camera wise and like being in there, like we slept overnight. Not really. But I remember as a child, when we first like moved up here from South Carolina, we lived with my grandparents, and we moved into this house on Washington Street that is no longer there. And we were all sitting in the living room as a family, and my mom remembers it vividly. So do I. Like, we all do. My dad, my sister. The ceiling fan and the light kept coming on out of nowhere. Like, it wasn't. I don't know. I was young, didn't understand. But my mom was like freaking out. She would get up, light switch was off, nothing would mess with it. Turn it off, and it kept coming on. Did it like 3 times, and she swears to this day, like, it's legit. I just remember as a child, like, watching her freak out.
Yeah.
Whatnot. Yeah.
So, like, here's the thing. Here's where my struggle is that, like, I would have to say, personally, I've had a ton of paranormal experiences.
Yeah.
But in the same turn, like, I don't consider myself a religious person, per se, in the... Like, I'm not a believer in, you know, in Jehovah and Christ and stuff like that. Specifically, I am a spiritual person, just not Christian. But that
I don't
being
think we're
said,
allowed to say those blasphemy names.
Right. But that being said, is that I do have to feel that, like, our perception of what those things are, it's really hard to not have some sort of spiritual belief when you've had so many personal experiences of the spiritual realm.
True.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So
100%,
like,
yeah.
For me, who comes from such a super religious background,
Same. I think like I never knew until now that you did, but like all 3 of us, like very strongly, yeah.
Yeah. So like for me, it's hard for me not to have those beliefs.
Yeah, I've stepped.
It kind of
back.
muddies those beliefs, I guess you should say, because I do believe I had those experiences because I experienced them myself.
Mm-hmm.
I've stepped away from my own beliefs and kind of came back to clarify what I really do believe later on in life.
And that's exactly, and not to really get into it. That's the way I stepped away for other reasons.
I think it laid a good foundation to who I was.
It did. It gave me a good moral compass that I feel some people
Sure.
don't have because they didn't have that upbringing. And I don't say that I feel like jaded or upset that my parents raised me the way they did. Like, I'm kind of grateful that they gave me that foundation, even though later in life I do genuinely feel 90% of it was bullshit. But
I feel like it gives you more like empathy
it
towards...
gave me it gave me a better foundation than most.
Yes.
So that being said, back to on topic is that, like, you know, I have had a shit ton of experiences, but most of them were when I was younger. So it makes me wonder if, as a younger person, like younger kids, maybe because they have less self-doubt and less life experiences to rationalize what they're seeing, that maybe the veil between the dead and the living, or the you know,
Today, Junior.
maybe the veil is thinner for them. You know, like maybe they experience more because they don't have other things to rationalize. Like, nah, that was bullshit. That was probably
I would say
this.
me as
that.
a younger person, I've had like a lot of experiences, not in like reality, but like some of the dreams I've had, I remember vividly waking up and running to my mom that were very spiritually of like real life things where people have like passed away, and it came to me in like a dream, like weird stuff like that. I don't know if this like in lines with like ghosts and stuff like that, but I don't know. I'm more of like a spiritual person. Like, I believe ghosts are real in the way they are but it's more of like a personal feeling to me.
Yeah.
I've never had anything like happen, but like I've had dreams that you wake up and it's very detailed and very like real to the real world.
Yeah. So I agree with that, but I think that like me personally, now later as an adult, I kind of feel that ghosts per se, if you want to call them that.
I want to get to that too, the definitions of what we're saying, because I'm not even saying I believe in ghosts. I mean, this shit is a realm. I believe there's a realm.
That's what I'm getting to.
That we don't understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead.
Or what I'm saying is like I personally believe that, and this comes from, like one of my big hobbies is science, and I'm a huge fan of physics. And if you take what I've read and just what I understand of the known universe,
get the book.
I feel that what happens when you die is that we all know that energy doesn't ever actually go away. It gets transmitted into other things that can absorb that energy.
Yeah.
And we do know scientifically that our bodies emit an energy, okay, because we can measure that.
And energy is a big thing to the
It
word
is.
empathic. It's very...
Yeah, and I think that when you die, that your energy has to go somewhere.
It goes somewhere.
And for some people, it goes into this cat that's
why I
walking
think
down the hall.
people feel love, you feel happiness, you feel sadness,
Exactly.
depression.
It's because you're feeling those energies.
Yes.
So, like, when you die, I think that for some vibrational levels of energy, that maybe it doesn't go where it's supposed to go, or that it gets kind of lost, but it's not in this realm of reality. So what we're seeing or perceiving isn't so much of a ghost gonna fucking move this can. That maybe it's that energy in that realm at that time that is at a certain point where the veil is so thin that it reacts with our reality.
Sure, yeah.
That's what I personally believe. That being said, a really good friend of mine is a psychic medium. He makes his money, his living. He's written books and all this stuff on communicating with people's loved ones, and I'll be honest with you, when I first met him, because my wife's always kind of been into that kind of metaphysical thing, and having such a Christian background for fucking years, I was like, fuck, I don't even want to meet this guy, it's all bullshit, like I don't believe in that. But then I kind of had to check myself, like, well, if I believe, in Jesus, who's to say that this guy's fucking wrong? Like he doesn't believe in what I believe. So anyway, long story short, we kind of got to talking one day, and we found out that growing up, we had a lot of similar experiences. I just went on a religious explanation of what was happening, and he didn't. He went on what he worked on. I mean, this kid was on like the Lifetime TV show, Psychic Kids. Like he does all this crazy, and he helps people, and like I've been in clinics with him because he thinks everyone has the ability to be psychic, and not like psychic like, see the future.
If you put all your energy into it.
If you put all of your energy into it, then you can.
You ever had moments
experience
like back in the day in school? Like I feel like it's a real thing that's happened to me where you're just sitting in class and you like think you're gonna get sick. You keep telling yourself that.
Yeah, so you make
like
yourself sick.
Yeah, like
yeah.
you'll eventually like get sick.
It's like mind over matter kind of shit, dude.
No, what is that? You're speaking it into an existence. What's that?
You're
manifesting.
You're manifesting.
Yes.
Yeah. So listen, my wife is huge on manifesting shit.
Yes.
And here's what's crazy is that like
that's why you're around people with negative energy. That's why I say hang around people.
I love her so much, and here's the thing: is like my wife. We got married when we were 18, and like just always porn broke our whole lives. We had kids super young, and so like, but my wife every morning will go walk at Edison Woods to get her morning workout, and the whole time she's working out, she will talk these manifestations of wealth,
speak them into existence,
and because she 100% believes that if she does that every morning, she's going to give herself mental and spiritual well-being and financial wealth for our family. And I have to say, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, we work our ass off.
Set your mindset for the day.
But it's the mindset for the day.
Yeah.
And I can
You're
tell,
already starting off with a good mood and putting yourself
and I can
into
tell,
that.
like, when she has been skipping that for whatever we get busy or whatever she has been doing, I'm like,
what's wrong?
Yeah, what the fuck's going on?
Talk to me.
She's
What's
like,
going on?
I haven't been able to go walk. Like you have to fucking do that.
Yeah.
You have to go do that. Where like me, I find that emotional mental peace in other
Everyone
things.
has their own way. Yeah.
But I'm like, you have to go fucking do that right now.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and honestly, I contribute our success in our family to her doing that. You know, because I'll be honest with you, I can get really negative.
Yeah.
And I think it's because I get bitter and I get pissed off. I'm working too much. I'm doing all this shit and fuck these horses and fuck these cars, you know, all that kind of shit. And I get negative.
Yeah.
And I think that
do
I
the
would
same
probably,
thing,
and
for
if it
sure.
wasn't for her, I'd be a negative ass drunk son of a bitch.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I think that the energy that you put out, you know, you're going to get back. So, and I think that's where, when it comes to paranormal stuff, like some people see great things. They see really inspirational, I saw the light, you know, da-da-da. And some people see some scary ass shit.
I heard my grandma come in yesterday.
Yeah, but I think that, you know, that might be what you're putting out too.
Yeah.
So, but I have a ton of personal experiences, but I want to hear what you guys like. I'm really interested to see what Rob, because I'm curious to see what Rob's personal experiences were.
I mean, there's so many to count. As far
So
as
are these here,
unexplained.
like in this house?
No,
or
this
are they
house.
from like what's
this
up?
house. Well, there's a couple in this house. I could go from. I've explained some before. I've had my name called. But in particular, I'll talk about like when you explain something to people that are complete and like they don't believe anything, they've never had any experiences themselves. What I really hate is when people feel that way and they're like straight edge and they've never drank or done drugs.
Yeah.
They always blame drug, like, oh,
They have
do
an
you do
opinion.
drugs? Yeah, have you done drugs?
Blah, blah,
yeah, I drink. And they're like, oh, there you go, he drinks.
Yeah, they
Instantly
blame
on
it on
that.
something.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, whatever, dude. Anyway,
Yeah.
I've when I 2 times when I was drinking, I felt somebody tap me on the shoulder, and it always happens in these moments where I feel I'm getting a little sway. Maybe it's kind of like getting my attention. Like, all right, step out of it, Rob. Put your shoulders back, lean, like relax, breathe. You need you know, don't act like a fool. And it's always like that kind of, and it is literally.
What side
like,
of your shoulder is it?
my left.
So can I tell you something? Not to be weird. Can we get weird? Are we getting weird?
Yeah, that's
Get weird.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
So I took a everyone can be a psychic class with my buddy Travis. Okay, because Travis tells me all the time.
Is that the weird part?
No,
I'm just kidding.
no. Travis tells me all the time because he thinks that I have like this ability, like he does, to do things with people. And the reason that I don't explore it is because
I feel like I
not to sound like an
do
asshole.
personally too.
Not to sound like an asshole. It's because I don't care enough about other people to dedicate my life to doing that. Not to be a dick, but I'm just being real. So here's the weird part. So, he talked me into doing this class because he teaches this class on.
You hear
how
that,
to-
Bernie Sanders?
Yeah, he teaches this class on people that want to be mediums. On like, there's techniques to things. So, for instance, the reason I asked you what side of the shoulder is because
That's the demon angel.
The good
No,
side
be-
of the bad side.
no, it's male and feminine. He said when he goes to like these huge conferences and he talks to all these other mediums, and I mean there's millions of these people, they all get together and they talk about their experiences so that way they can come up, and because their goal isn't to be like metaphysical, I can see your uncle.
Yeah.
They want to be able to document and prove what they're showing, because when they do that, it gives them credibility, and they instantly come out of this hack line of work and this credible person.
Who is this person?
His name's Travis.
Okay, just a friend. of
Yeah,
yours?
yeah, he's a friend of mine, and he actually has a podcast. And
Does he drink?
No,
No, I'm just kidding.
well, he does sometimes, but
He's on drugs.
yeah, he doesn't drink that much. I try to get him to drink more with me, but you know. Anyway, so so when I took this class, the one thing they talked about was like we had to just sit there and work with these people, and he has a saying, and the funny thing is Travis is gay, so like some of his stuff is super sassy, and he wrote on the chalkboard, "Just say it, bitch." And what it was like when you look at someone and you're trying to get something from them to communicate, you know, from their deceased loved ones, or whatever, for this person.
Yeah.
Sometimes all you see is just like an image or a shadow or an energy source. And the thing is, the left side and the right side is male and feminine. And then above or below the shoulder, above the shoulder is grandparents. Below the shoulder is parents. And then below the waist can be like children or pets. You know, so they like through documenting these things with all of their social network, this is what they've determined these things mean. Okay. So the reason I ask you the left side is that the left side is your maternal side. I'm sorry, your paternal side.
So masculine?
It's, if it was Travis telling you, trying to help you analyze these things, it would be your father or grandfather that's tapping your shoulder.
Okay.
So, when people come to him and say, listen, this is the dream I had, or this is the experience I had, what does it all mean? Everybody wants to put meaning in shit. And sometimes it's just a flock of fucking birds eating a fucking French fry. Sometimes not, whatever.
Yeah.
But, and that's the kind of thing, like, but anyway, but that's what that means. Like, if you experience paranormal things, like, above you or behind you, and they touch your left side, that's your paternal side.
How do they come up with any data to...
Yeah, how the fuck do you...
So they had these
debunk
conferences.
That, or...
I don't know if you can, but what it is like I was saying, they have these conferences once a year where all the people that are in these societies and in these social groups all meet in these couple of places, and
and then they experience mass hysteria.
Yeah, and then they have these big conferences, and they all talk about, because like most mediums that are serious about it will write everything down and document everything that they do, and then they put all their data together, and then they all determine.
I guess it's good that people do this.
And this and this and this.
I guess it's good that people do this because I know science type people that don't even acknowledge this, and I'm like, but you're a scientist.
Yeah.
People are experiencing this. Just so tomorrow, the FBI or the government might come out and be like, yes, there is an alternate realm.
Well, here's the
that
scientific
we don't
right now
tap into. We tap into every now and then in dreams sometimes, or when we're waking up and we go into our shower. But yes, it is just like they just came out with UFOs.
Yeah, they just and here's the thing in the science world. And this is another thing, is that in the science world, in all of the main
they scoff at ghosts.
Not all of them do.
Not all of them, but
most the big ones right now, like like Neil deGrasse Tyson and Michio Kaku, a lot of these guys that study astrophysics. And Michio Kaku is a theoretical physicist, and he doesn't believe in ghosts, but he definitely believes in these energy sources that pass on when things or people die, that they get transferred to another realm. And right now, using physics, they have proven that, as far as right now that they know, that there are 7 different realms of existence that they can measure. So they know that this is a real thing, but they don't know how to cross those bridges. And the funny thing is that Albert Einstein had
don't cross the streams. By the way,
yeah, Albert Einstein had a theory that these bridges were crossed through wormholes and through hydrogen collisions. So, like in Sweden, they have this big thing called a hydrogen collider, and what they do is they take these hydrogen atoms and then they spin them nearly to the speed of light, and then they collide them at the end. And what they have determined is that there's a particle that develops in the middle of that called a God particle, is what they've called it. And they feel that this particle that develops, which only lasts for 300ths of a millisecond, is actually the very first element that ever developed in the universe. And the crazy thing is that it is the color of the rainbow. Here's the segue. In Norse mythology, the Norse mythologians believe the only way to get to Valhalla is to cross the Rainbow Bridge. They called it the Rosen Bridge. Albert Einstein's theory to cross over to these other realms, he called it the Rosen Bridge because he felt the only way to cross that was to cross that element, which was also a rainbow.
Well, I'm fuckboying the fuck out right now.
So anyway, fuck boy.
Yeah, I'm turning into a fuck boy. I just started being like, yeah, well, boobs are cool.
Because here's the thing. Here's the great thing about being human.
They're all like
is
Russell
that
Crowe,
boobs
beautiful
are
mind.
super cool. I could go for scenes.
No, but
right now.
What the main point, really, what I wanted to project to, and we could all talk about what it could be, and there's no, I can't even prove there's a God to people.
Right.
There's no, so I'm trying to just look at this at face value. And I came up with a compilation of videos, and there's probably more videos out there that are compelling evidence of apparitions. Then I specifically, like I said, went with apparitions because that's something I've never experienced. But there's video footage of things that I think are very compelling. And it, not only is it just the footage itself. Whoop. Uh-oh.
Hold on. Oh, I got it.
It's probably the microphone. And not only is it the footage itself, it's the testimony, the people, and the reactions of the footage, of the people taking the footage. And so all this is intertwined. All this is creating the evidence that I say is the most
you can tell when something's
compelling
like staged
to me.
Or yeah.
When
it's like
okay. So you have these set up as a video?
Yeah, so I made a compilation video so we could go through this video and we'll pause it and we'll talk through it, and I'll explain a little bit along where this video is, and you guys you put your own input in.
Let's do it.
But yeah, this video is a compilation of apparitions that I believe is the most is the best convincing, most convincing to me. I'm not saying they're real. They could be complete, it's all bullshit, but the most convincing to me, and it's going to go from the beginning. In this first video, I'm not going to really get into too much. I think it could be debunked immediately by the lack of
So are we going to go through each one of these and
content?
Rate them, can we rate them bullshit, no bullshit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So the first video.
First video, I saw this a while ago, and it was on the news, and it was a hotel security camera. So here we go.
What room is that? It's the room right above him. It should be 209. John, do you copy? It's room 209. Amy says nobody's checked into that room, and there's reports of screaming coming from that room. Amy, he's on his way down there right now.
So he's going to check out the room because of screaming?
Yeah, so we got there's a room that nobody checked in. The hotel staff says nobody checked into that room, but there's
reports of
screaming, complaints from screaming come in that room.
This is so good. Dude, I'm excited.
What's going on, John?
I just heard a scream.
And the music they put obviously adds to the intensity.
Yeah.
And you know, honestly, I wish they wouldn't do that.
I know, because you can't hear shit because they're like,
yeah, they're just trying to make it more scarier than what it is. When there could be a reason behind all of this.
It draws the attention, yeah.
There's no one checked into that room. There should be nobody in there. Wait 1 second, John. Amy, are you there? Yeah, John says he hears the screaming coming from that room. And I hear it too. But we're sure that no one's checked into that room. Correct? John, just wait. We're going to get a hold of the police. So, I would wait for the police, John.
I feel like I'd be a little more
Amy, John's going to enter the room real quick. Just
kind of weird than that guy.
see what's going on. Wait one.
why wouldn't he turn the light on?
Yeah.
I see it.
Add the bass drop boom to the ghost apparition.
I don't know, but what's your first instinct when you hear a scream? Like, I'd be like trying to barge in that room if somebody was like in danger. Or, like, I don't know.
So, okay, so hold on.
Yeah, immediately, if it was me, I'd be like, hello,
Yeah.
what's going on?
I would be more panicked, like trying to save this person or what's going on.
Man, I don't
Then,
know.
like, all right, you know what you're walking up to. That's what it seems like to me.
Yeah, because to me, if I'm working, I'd be like, well, nobody checked in. Well, obviously somebody's in there, so let's go get them.
So, yeah, well, I mean, I guess for me, it would depend on how loud it was. You know, like, if it sounded like there was someone in there screaming.
Yeah, that's why I feel like
But
it's
what if the volume and the sound of
staged.
it was like, the volume was like if someone had a recording of it screaming on their phone and had it laying in the bed, and you could
like
still
it
hear it
was
in the
like-
hallway. It was there. You could hear it, but it didn't sound like it was somebody in the room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can hear the difference between somebody in the
I
room
know what
next
you're
door
saying.
than some shit playing on somebody's phone. You know what I mean?
Daddy.
Yeah.
He says no one's in there.
All the furniture was.
Jesus. Yeah, he's like, fuck this.
All right, that reaction right there when I first saw this, I saw this years ago, over 10 years ago, and I was like, man, this is insane. That's but it still could be, anything, in case you missed it. Obviously they're going to show you again.
Yeah,
it comes out when he comes in.
There was a light flashing in the back. You see that?
Yeah, that's his flashlight.
Oh, he was in there?
Yeah, he went in there to check it out. All right, this is a TikTok video. This is not an apparition, but I included it to segue into the rest of these videos.
I'm gonna be that guy to go take a piss real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Cool. Can you bring an ice cube in or two when you come back? That'd be dope. So, I mean, hold on. Before we go to this video, I have to say I'm not impressed with the shape of the previous apparition.
Oh, me neither.
You know what I mean? It seems very fucking Scooby-Doo.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so instead of bullshit, no bullshit, we're going to call it Scooby, no Scooby. Okay? This is a little Scooby. And I want to see the inside of the room and the shower running, you know, because, like, here's my opinion. If I'm a fucking ghost and I'm going to take the time out of my day to flip some shit around in a random-ass hotel,
yeah,
then I'm going to make sure that shit is, like, flipped in all kinds of, or to purposely get attention. If it's like the chairs flipped up and put on the desk and the showers turned on and the sheets pulled back, I'm going to say Scooby. You know?
Right.
But if it's like the fucking mattress is hanging from the ceiling, the curtains are ripped, the chairs are thrown across the room, and there's blood coming out of the shower, fucking no Scooby, dude. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's making a point. So if I'm a ghost apparition, I'm going to use all my energy I've saved up for the last 50 years to do one fucking thing. I'm not going to, like, neatly stack the items.
No. Yeah.
That's just me. I mean, I'm not a ghost, so I can't say what, but
if I was a ghost, I'd fart a lot. I'd probably, like, try to make it stink a lot.
Yeah. Be like the what was the remember the ghost, the sloppy ghost from Ghostbusters?
Slime or
Slimer.
Yeah, Slimer.
Slimer. Yeah, I'd be like Slimer. You know, Slimer's having a great time. He don't give a fuck. He's ugly as shit and he leaves slime everywhere. But you know, he's having a good time.
Yeah, Ghostbusters took on a whole different angle for the paranormal. They went more of a science level of like actual
like catching the ghosts and
like what do you call it, the stuff in the air. Yeah, there's a word for it. They use it. They talk about it in the movie.
Shit.
Yeah, it's like liquidy and
it looks like white semen, like ghost semen. Yeah.
I'm not sure, but yeah, they went with a whole different take. There's like a whole, there's a whole other realms that could take over and reveal themselves. But we'll keep playing this video though once JB gets
Hell yeah,
back.
JB, bro, some ice.
Yeah. All right,
JB.
You're welcome.
Hold up, we're gonna continue this video.
2.
Sorry, folks.
All right, this is a TikTok video.
Good.
This is a TikTok video of a girl. Take a
shotgunning a claw, daddy.
Yeah, keep an eye on the left drapes in the back. The what do you call them? Drapes.
But curtains.
Curtains. Yeah.
So we changed it from bullshit, no bullshit to Scooby, no Scooby.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Like Scooby the killer.
Like Scooby Doo.
Oh.
So is it Scooby or is it no Scooby Doo?
Okay.
Okay, so it's Scooby, no Scooby.
All right,
we said the last one was definitely Scooby.
This one is a quick TikTok video that her reaction to me was relatively genuine, and it looked interesting, but I don't believe any of it because of TikTok. But it just give me your Scooby, no Scooby.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, I was gonna say.
We'll do it one more time.
I was gonna say it already from the get-go. Looked like there was a body standing behind it or something, but then when the wind started blowing,
yeah,
for today's drink
or whatever. But did they go back?
It's that video. That was creepy.
That
Dude, that's super.
But I've seen shit like that with my own eyes. Like Don's told me he saw curtains. Just to me, that's like basic ghost shit that people see.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen that.
I've seen that. Like Don has told me he saw drapes move off to the side in his house once. You know, things. You know, ghosts doing things like that. So, thing is, this obviously can be faked, but it obviously to me could be real because I've witnessed way crazier shit than that.
And her reaction is pissed. She thought there was gonna be somebody there fucking with her TikTok, and she was ready to fight somebody's face.
This is like my 20th take on this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, she was ready to rip someone's head off, and there was nobody there.
I stole that. Sorry.
Oh, all right. Here we go.
All right, so no Scooby.
All right, no Scooby.
We got a Scooby and a no Scooby.
You guys give it a no Scooby on that
I give
one?
it a no Scooby.
You thought that was genuine?
Super freaky, dude.
Yeah, because, I don't know. I legit thought there was a body or something looked like how thick the curtain was. And
like
then,
somebody just like
But you would have seen it and the way she took off after. And her reaction and the way she immediately shut the door and locked it.
Yep.
When she realized
Look at that. She thought there was going to be somebody there.
I didn't see
Well, look at her face right when it happens, too.
Yeah, that's how you can tell.
for today's drink.
Oh, shit.
Pissed.
Yeah.
She's
he's
not like
super pissed.
Look, she's not ghost worried. She's like, this motherfucker. Like, she's like thinking that's her boyfriend.
7 White Claws
Yeah.
for this. I can't do it no more.
Yeah, look at her. Mad. Look at that face. Pissed off.
Well, she's
dude.
looking. She's also looking at the curtains like, what the fuck? Who's that? Who is over there? Fuck you.
Look at her. She punched the curtain.
Like
she
there's
thought there was going to be
nobody-
somebody there. Now she's like,
But
oh,
there
fuck,
could be
there's
like a
nobody
fan
there.
set up in the background.
Did you
I don't
see the
fucking
way
know.
it looked like
but
fingers?
Yeah, it looks like there's arms going through it or something.
Look at this.
Yes,
watch
that's
it.
what I'm
Watch it
saying.
again.
Okay, you
Watch.
can see a reflection in the other
right here.
the glass too.
Keep an
Watch
eye on
this.
that. Boom.
Look.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And
Boom.
then
Yeah.
runs down it.
Dude, that gave me chills, bro.
And you don't see no shadow, no nothing.
Nothing. And here's nothing.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking spooky shit.
Today's drink.
Look at him.
Yeah, you
pissed.
can see an arm.
Wait, do it again. Oh, like in the curtain?
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like fucking pushing all the way down.
like
Look at
somebody
that.
was
Yep.
scratching your back.
Look at that.
Lately.
And with how fast she got out of there, they would have to be all the way over to the left in order to get out of there in
Somebody
time.
almost want to see. Am I seeing somebody maybe run away?
See, that's a.
Oh shit!
No, I don't know. They did a good job. If this is fake, they did a really good job.
Fucking A.
So I'll say no Scooby, and like
I'm
they,
going
they
no,
win.
no Scooby. Yeah.
All right, next one. Okay, this is Gettysburg,
Okay.
and this is an old one. This is over 10 years old. I saw this
Okay.
in the 2000s. So this is over the 10-year. Yeah. So this is in the
been around.
aughts. This is in the aughts, and this one the visuals aren't that defined. You can't really tell what you're looking at.
Okay.
But the reactions are genuine, I believe, and what you're looking at, I've never seen on camera before. So
you're saying start up no Scooby.
I'm saying the reactions no Scooby. What we're seeing is
Might
I'm
be
saying the
Scooby.
entire video is no Scooby, but what we don't know what we're seeing.
Okay, gotcha. Go.
Okay, this one actually is debunked. I debunked this one. It's not real, but I forgot this one was next.
Something right off the
Okay.
rip.
No.
So that right there
The fuck? Right off the rip.
comes up the smoke. Oh, it's on the windshield.
Yep. You
It's
see
shit-
that
yeah,
lot?
yeah,
That there's it's following this dot. It's a
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
water.
Oh, and then
Yeah.
I see another one that looks like up
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
This
Like a
dot
rat.
right
it's
here.
like it's like a bug
Yes,
on the
yeah.
windshield or something.
This is actually one of the most popular Gettysburg ghost sightings online, and I'm like, It took me 2 seconds to look in the comments. Somebody debunked it. I'm like, what? And I'm like, yup, that's what it is. There's the watermark.
Yeah, this is very easy for someone to just look at and be like, oh shit, if they don't like rewatch it and actually take the time to look into it.
Yeah, if you see it, you can see the water droplet right here.
Yeah.
And that's a whole water streak on the window.
Yeah, it's just distorting the image. Yeah, that's stupid. That's definitely Scooby.
So, but when I first saw it,
the first reaction for me was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, oh shit, it's a ghost.
Okay, so here's the thing. Before we go on to the next thing, there's a thing that your brain will do. It's called matrixing, where when you can't explain immediately what you're seeing, your brain has the ability to change the image into shapes that you know. So that's a problem with like ghost hunting. They talk about that as
and eyewitnesses in court.
Yeah. Well, matrix thing
shit up too. He had a blue shirt when he had. Dude, the weirdest thing happened to me when I was somebody ran a red light and I had to stop and let him go. And in my memory, it was like one of those big like Equinox or like Traverse, like utility vehicles.
Yeah, like an SUV.
Wasn't even close to it, was it?
No, it was like a fucking small sedan,
like a Honda Civic.
But your brain was like, so.
It's
like,
because it was so important at that moment. You made the car fucking huge
because it was on Maggie's dash cam.
That's why I think.
And we rewatched it. I was like, that was the car.
That's crazy. I think that's why I don't know. If I ever went on like a murder trial as a witness or something, I'd be fucked.
Well, that's why also
and the way they can get somebody to recontradict what they said in their first statement or whatever.
I'm afraid somebody's gonna try me for murder. Like you're suspected for murder. I'd be like, did I murder somebody?
Yeah.
I don't think I did.
Yeah. How was that real?
Did I sleep murder someone? I've slept walking my day. I don't sleep murder.
Yeah, I used to sleepwalk a lot in high school.
Dude, there's a lot of videos. This is a big compilation.
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go.
Let's continue.
So we got a Scooby, no Scooby.
All right, this is the video of Gettysburg with the reactions.
And I love just the wood scene. This is gonna get fucking real.
Okay. Don't move in there. No, there's a motorcycle. See?
I don't see nothing down there.
I don't see nothing down there.
Can't be the motorcycles, honey.
The motorcycles, honey.
There's another sparkle. You see what I'm saying?
He called it a sparkle. There's another sparkle.
That?
Tree?
No. You moved it, right?
Like if you're seeing that like on your camera or in person.
Here. See?
Yeah, like so what are we looking at? This is what I was
Right,
saying.
hold on. Can we start this over?
Where we don't even know what we're looking at. It's like,
so it's nighttime. You're in the woods. They have a flash on.
It's probably
right?
It's probably at dusk, like almost where.
Yeah, almost dark.
The crickets are coming out.
What is that?
What do you mean almost dark? It looks dark in the fucking background.
It's a potato camera.
Right. Right there. See it?
Uh-huh.
Look.
There's nobody there. I can't see.
Look. Isn't it those people?
Can't be.
There's nobody
Not up in the trees.
Not up in the trees.
Not in the trees.
Okay, so here's a theory in the ghost hunting world is that spirits will get stuck in a loop. And I kind of feel like residual haunting because if you watch these images,
boomerang?
Yeah. So if you watch these images, a lot of them are reoccurring in the same spot, doing the same thing over and over and over.
But here's what infuriates me: is like people in the comments will be like, "Oh my gosh, you could literally see Confederate soldiers lining up with their guns." It's like, no, you can't. You dumb bitch.
No, you can't.
No, you just see like.
You don't even know what you're seeing.
You see wiggly lights.
Wiggly lights. You want to say apparitions?
Don't move in
I
there.
feel like the people talking seem legit though, like of what they're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see nothing down there.
Well, that's they're trying to rationalize it as they're talking, and I think that helps.
It's definitely. I don't feel like they're making it up. They're
There's
going.
another sparkle. You see what I'm saying?
Because even when that came.
What is that?
Dude, it could be flashlights from beyond the woods, like way deep in the woods, like meeting its like limit.
Yeah, Nelson's Ledges. Could be someone back there fucking getting boogie, you know? I don't... Yeah.
That, and you don't know the type of moisture content in the air, fog, you know, because flashlights will travel through fog, you know, they refract off of the, you know, the water molecules and shit.
Like I said, this we're going with also with who shot it and their genuine response too.
And that's the thing is, like, I think they genuinely thought they were seeing something weird, but this footage is so shitty that you can't. I don't think you can. I think if you're going off their reaction, no Scooby, because they're thinking they're seeing some
and the
shit.
fact that it is in Gettysburg or like
and
one of those
Gettysburg,
one of those
and
battlefields.
You know it's probably gonna be haunted as fuck.
So your mind is creating all these
things. So
things in your head,
could it be a dude with a flashlight half a mile away, rippling off of some moisture?
Not up in the trees.
Not up in the trees.
Yeah, people can't walk in the trees. They're
sugar.
Pumpkin.
America's Funniest Home Videos. Bob Saget and Cameron right there.
Yeah. Well, what's going on? All right, this is a news story that I'll just play it. How about that? I'm not gonna explain it too well. So.
At number 4 now, it is video of the unknown. What is it? Is it real? And what is it doing there? A family in Highland, Michigan believes their house is actually haunted and thinks something is harming their little girl. 7 Action News reporter Alan Campbell went to the home to see for himself.
So right now it's a news story.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's skeptical.
I'm not
already.
gonna say, yeah.
Skeptical already.
That to me, it
just to come up with footage.
Here in this room, as 15-month-old Lily was inside her bed, caught on camera.
But at the same time, skeptical as well. But they will jump at any opportunity
to get a story. Yeah.
So
how bad is it if the fucking news is coming to your house for a ghost story?
Yeah.
Thing watched in front of her crib, catching Lily's attention. Whatever it is, the family says it needs to go.
But like I said, we're dealing with apparitions. We got an apparitions on camera from this.
It's almost like she sees something that we don't.
It's an image Heather and Josh say is haunting their home.
Okay.
It was chilling. It was literally a chill down your spine.
Yep.
Like that what if factor.
All right, and then I'm analyzing the personality,
You're
the behavior,
judging the parents. That's okay.
Judging the parent,
You can
analyzing
be
their mannerisms. So we'll see.
Okay.
Like, is this what I just saw?
Caught on the couple's nanny cam video a few weeks ago, what appears to be something moving in front of the baby crib.
I freaked out. I stopped what I was doing and I ran upstairs and I grabbed my daughter.
Heather says this so-called ghost scratched her daughter Lily and attacked her too.
Is there footage of her running?
Yeah, where's the scratches?
That it could do something else.
That's what you could beat your kid and blame ghosts.
Yeah.
I mean, there was even a morning that I woke up and I had felt like something was around like someone's hands were around my neck.
A team of paranormal investigators came in and tried answering some of the couple's questions and concerns. Josh's father, Jim, says it may be someone who lived in this house before.
The story that I was told was the gentleman that lived here originally committed suicide.
See, I don't know why. I hate when people jump to conclusions like this.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a guy that committed suicide. Immediately, that's what it was.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, what is that? And just forget everything you fucking know.
Like he's baffled. He's on camera. Like he can't get his. Like I don't know.
I just don't like when people jump to conclusions.
By jumping out this window.
Okay, so hold on. All right,
Which
so let's
is,
pause that
of
real
course,
quick. He jumped out of that window.
There's a barn.
Dude, bro. Okay, so let's say he did jump out of that window. We're talking about a second-story window. I fell off of a third fucking story
That's
porch.
how he. That's how
drunk
he killed
off
him?
my ass.
I've been worse.
Is it saying that's how he's
yes.
killed himself?
Right.
Yes.
Nuh-uh.
Yes.
Gentleman that
I mean, if you land,
lived here originally committed suicide, apparently, by jumping out this window.
Right.
He did not.
No, he did.
No.
Second story window, bitch, please.
Which is,
and
of
that-
course,
look,
one story down.
Scooby
The couple
Doo.
says they
One-
don't know
one
why
story
this so-called
down.
ghost
Get
is
out of
targeting
here.
them.
He knows
Say they
them. He's
don't
best
want
friends
any
with
part
them.
of
Yeah.
it.
It's not
He's like, nah, I'm about to
His
play
leather
this place.
jacket's
after
creaking.
her,
I
it feels
can't
like
deal
it's
with it
going
no
after
more.
I don't even think it's leather.
can't do it.
His pleather
Yeah,
jacket.
Yeah,
He's like, I want to get in on this. I know the story.
He's like, hold on, let me wear my best outfit.
He's
Let me
like,
grab
no,
that
it's
pleather
actually
jacket.
mine. It's mine.
Look how high that dude is. That dude is stoned as fuck.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, news is coming? Hold on, let me hit this
going
blunt
after-
real quick.
She said, I just paid to be here with my baby. This ain't the real
And
father.
is it weird to me to say that there's
No.
just something
any part of
attractive
it.
about like just
This really got
like,
news
trailer park
attention?
chicks?
Yeah.
There's no fucking way.
Dude, listen, they're going for anything right now.
WXYZ Detroit.
Don't want any part of it.
It's not physically just going after her. It feels like it's going after myself too.
See, I don't care about all the dialogue, what they're saying. They're building this up. I'm
Like
just
you
talking
said,
about the footage.
Where's the footage of the marks on the baby?
Yeah.
Where's
Dude,
her
look at
running
that
up to the
guy.
room? if
Can
the
somebody
camera was
jump out that
running?
window
Yes,
and
no.
see if
That
that'll
guy
kill you or
is
not?
so fucking stoned right
I
now.
couldn't get an explanation out of it. You know.
You.
So
All right,
it's-
so let's analyze just the footage. The footage is creepy as fuck.
Is what it is.
But
I'm
and-
only talking about the footage
It's
of the
probably his
apparition.
vape smoke going
Yeah.
fucking through the fucking hour.
Yeah,
Now,
and-
Heather and Josh say they will stay inside this
Let-
place with Lily until they're able to save up enough money and move out.
Their barn is
Reporting in
haunted.
Highland Township, I'm Alan Campbell, 7 Action News.
So okay, so here's one. Let's analyze this. One, those motherfuckers ain't got the money or the
No.
brains to fake that fucking video.
Yeah. that's what
just
what
that.
I'm saying.
I mean, listen, we're all God's children, but fuck that dude was dumb. So and broke.
right.
So like he wasn't faking shit. So I'm gonna go no Scooby. Now let's analyze this shit. Why would that ghost give a fuck about those people in that weird barn house? I think if he was gonna kill himself, he didn't jump out no second story window and sprain his ankle. He's in a barn house. If you're gonna kill yourself in a barn house, you're gonna hang some shit. They needed to make Mr. Pleather Jacket's story a little bit better. They should have been like, there has to be a producer
Or
on
he
board
was
at the house,
murdered.
and he's like, apparently committed suicide.
Murdered.
And he
pushed
should have
out.
said, pause the video. How did he kill himself?
No, he needed a-
jumped out of this window.
He needed
no,
a,
he didn't.
He needed a 1 minute story, and he didn't have 1 minute, so he had the
Right.
pleather jacket guy.
Yeah, but you know those
His
reporters.
great grandfather was a Hatfield, and he was a McCoy. And it
Right,
fucking-
listen. Those reporters have seen enough dumb shit where the
He
dude
was
with
cheating
the
in a
camera
card
guy,
game.
the camera guy could have come up with a better story than he jumped out of a
know.
second story window and killed him. You would have to intend. Like, I don't think you could purposely kill yourself out of a second story window.
All right, Scooby, no Scooby? No Scooby or Scooby?
Video.
Or
I'm going with apparition is a Scooby.
It's not a real
No, I think
apparition?
it's a non-Scooby because I don't think they have the forewithal to fake the video.
So you're not saying it's an apparition, but you're saying it's a genuine footage that they caught that they're confused by.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Exactly.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah, you're not gonna. You're just like fuck that.
shit.
You're not even gonna give it
Once
time.
I heard, the leather creaking, I was like, nah, get out here. No.
What are you wearing? A fucking saddle?
All right,
Jesus
this
Christ.
next story is
Too much LA looks in there.
people that wanted to capitalize off their footage.
Okay.
But I'm going off the reaction of the guy after he took it, and the whole. He's from Akron, so this guy's from Akron, but it was filmed. They went on vacation to visit some family in Savannah, Georgia.
Okay. So the footage is in Georgia?
The footage is in Georgia, but the footage was
Georgia.
it was taken by a man, a guy,
You're not allowed to drink all that.
in Akron, Ohio. So here we go.
That's good. I don't want you to get in trouble.
He's like, Dad, I think I got something on
Bro.
video.
His family was
Bro.
dumbfounded, the experts speechless.
I was a little skeptical at first. It's kind of creepy.
But 17-year-old Jesse Greathouse is certain.
I believe it's a ghost, for sure.
December 31st, 2008.
We were going down to my aunt's for Christmas vacation.
To historic Savannah, Georgia.
I was looking forward to it, all the sightseeing.
Like
By the way, I'm going for the oldest stuff first, and then going to the more recent.
Thank God.
Forrest Gump's bench, the salty seaport, Civil War markers, and
And we knew it was the most haunted city in America.
Bubba gum.
I don't know why that has anything to do with what your footage is. You're jumping to conclusions.
It's the media. They got to make the story better.
They toured legendary Colonial Park Cemetery, established in 1750 with over 9,000 graves, including a mass grave for victims of yellow fever.
My mom gave me that video camera and was like, you know, film whatever you want.
Jesse zoomed in and out on various tombstones, and then he saw
Film
something
whatever you
strange.
want, you know.
And out of the corner of the
You
camera,
got an
this kid caught my eye.
He says a child running after a shadowy woman.
Couldn't even see her face, so I just focused on this kid.
He says the figure suddenly jumped onto a tree. Moments later, it dropped and disappeared.
Hold on. I was stunned for sure.
Many people have tried to prove ghosts exist using all sorts of technology. The problem with technology is it can be manipulated. But Jesse says he didn't do any of that. He had a basic camera that he could barely operate.
Was it faked?
No, I don't know anybody that can make it look as real as it does.
Like
Back
it looks
home
like
in
a
Akron,
legit.
Jesse's family
Why
watched
is
it
there?
repeatedly.
Why is there?
I studied it for like
a gorilla
hours.
They
walking?
all believe it's
Like,
supernatural.
what is that? Is that a dude in a
clothes
gorilla
are
costume?
The arms swinging.
What
Yeah.
the fuck is
You
that?
nobody realized the gorilla costume guy. Haha, joke's on you.
Yeah.
Civil War or something like that.
And then it's totally not human.
Separating human from horrific is Creature Core's specialty.
Why do they have to fucking?
Robert Kurtzman's award-winning company in Crestline, Ohio, creates visual effects, makeup, and 3D animation for blockbuster movies like Misery, Hostel,
They did his broken ankle in Misery.
Yeah.
Dusk Till Dawn, and Evil Dead.
Well, we watched the video, and it was rather creepy looking, you know, because it looks like a little kid running across the screen. It looks like he pops up into the tree and then falls down.
Back it up.
The Creature Core experts
I don't
analyzed
think
the
I've ever
video
seen
for
it
nearly
ever
2
since you
hours.
said that.
Gut
Kid
feeling
run
is
like
I don't
that.
think they actually faked this. They definitely don't think it's faked.
Cool.
No special effects, but is it
Shit,
a
did you
ghost?
see it?
I don't think there's nearly enough.
The
evidence
fucking
to
turkey fucking.
say it's a ghost or to debunk it.
They wish Jesse had looked for the boy, investigated the tree, and talked to people on the path.
I wish that they would have continued because he said the whoa, 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 whoa. He thought he saw something. So whenever you get that shot of the
New
ghost
Year's
coming down the
Eve.
stairs, keep it running. Don't turn it off and run away.
There's something to be said to that. It's easy for you to say when you've just been scared the shitless out of your
Yeah.
brain.
Like, dude, why didn't you go look at it?
Yeah.
Why didn't you go over to the tree that this little kid hung himself from?
Yeah.
Because that's fucking weird, dude.
Yeah.
But Jesse
yeah.
says the proof is there. His father even spent 2 years getting a copyright on the ghostly video. They gave us permission to air it, but have an attorney ready if people try to steal it.
It's
How do you steal it? Are we gonna have an attorney ready for Plague?
dude, yeah.
The news.
You're getting sued later, Rob.
Yeah.
the greatest ghost video that I've ever seen.
What's on that video is real.
In Akron, Suzanne Stratford, Fox 8 News.
All right. Well,
They probably have an HD version or whatever camera he was using.
yeah, I don't know, man. Scooby, no
2008. I don't know.
Scooby?
Potato camera.
You saying Scooby, no Scooby?
I'm saying no Scooby on
The video?
the video.
But are you saying Scooby on the story?
I'm saying Scooby on all these people saying it was a haunted area. Because I don't give a fuck about those details. I don't give a fuck that if somebody hung themselves in a house and that's why it's haunted.
It could happen anywhere.
Has
That's-
nothing.
I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah.
people
Yeah.
died. That's just the basic. That's
Just 'cause it has
guaranteed.
history and whatever, that
Yeah.
makes it more.
It makes you.
conscious
Yeah,
and-
your
yeah.
your mind looks into it and
don't-
goes.
Keep hitting that mic.
It's I don't. Thumbs down.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
don't-
okay, so I'm saying no Scooby on the video because once again, I don't think they had the
And honestly,
the skills or the intelligence to fake it. And maybe does that make it more believable when they just have these fucking idiots?
Kind
like,
of.
Yeah.
recording
I
it.
feel like maybe,
because
yeah.
these just fucking tools, they just don't have. There's no way. Like if somebody got on the video and was like, "Yeah, this video is like super real," and you'd be like, "Yeah, this guy's
Yeah, this
sketchy
guy
as fuck."
sucks. Yeah. All right. All right. Here's we're gonna keep going. All right. There's a channel called All Time, and he breaks down this guy.
This is a real like channel.
He breaks down a guy that has a channel called Ghosts of Carmel, Maine, and he sees shadow people constantly in his house. So this is just what he's saying.
No, that's cool. I want to see.
He constantly sees shadow people in his house, so he started a YouTube channel to document
it,
all the and show the people what he sees. And what's compelling is his testimony to everything, but he could be full of shit. Here we go.
Okay. I saw it. Yeah, I saw that.
I could go with
Today we're looking at a series of incredible ghost sightings from the YouTube channel Ghosts of Carmel, Maine. This channel is run by Kent Burris and showcases a ton of strange and creepy content that he's collected over the last 3 years. So if you enjoy any of the content I show you in this video, I recommend you check out his channel and subscribe after this video. Link in the description. I chose this channel today not simply because of the quality of the things that Kent captures, but also because of the authentic feel of his channel and the amount of stress this guy seemingly goes through living in the haunted lamb house. I'm pretty good at reading people's vibes, and from what I can tell, Kent genuinely comes across as a person stuck living in a really creepy place. He has to make do, so the best he can do is to try and capture as much of the creepy stuff as he can and put it out there for the world to see and comment on.
If I saw that shit, I would live in my car.
Here is one of the creepiest recurring things Kent has to live with. Lovingly titled by Kent as the Shadow Dude, this dark, shadowy apparition has appeared numerous times before him. This thing is one of those turn around and he's standing right there kind of ghosts.
Yep.
It's unsettling. It's horrifying, and I don't understand how he lives.
I've heard of real life testimonies. My brother saw one go right by him once in the house in Lorraine. He'll turn to a white ghost talking about it.
All right, I want to see this video, and then I want to tell you.
Lives with it, but I assume you can get used to almost anything if you see it enough.
Nope.
Hello? Are you talking? What the hell is that noise? Son of
a shit! What I like about that, they didn't have any sound effects to go along with it. It was just, and it was still freaking creepy. If this guy's making his own hoax videos at home, he's doing a good job.
Listen.
Oh, that definitely made me fucking jump. But that shit, you see
bro,
that
my
shit?
skin is standing on its
head.
head.
That
and
was
let me tell you why. All right, so let me tell you this. I've never experienced it to a point at this level, but I experience a lot of shadow people experiences. And honestly, a lot of the time it's while I'm driving. And it's like on the side of the road shit. My headlights catch stuff. It'll look like something down the road is running across the road when there's nothing there. You know, that type of shit. And so when I was a kid, this is why this is like almost hard to talk about.
Oh.
So when I was a kid, we lived on this house in this house on Fraley Road. And this house was haunted to fuck.
On Fraley?
On Fraley, yeah. So it was haunted to shit. And the thing is that the haunting wasn't malicious or mean or intentionally trying to be scary type of thing.
What was the haunt you guys knew that like moving into?
No. We moved in and then we started seeing things. So, and what we saw was an older man.
How old were you?
I was 7 when we moved in.
Damn.
Yeah, so we would see this older man all the time, just like corner of the eye kind of shit, or, you know, and then like us kids never felt comfortable in the basement, you know, that kind of, and then like as a kid you think, oh, like everybody's afraid of the basement.
Yeah.
But because of my parents' like religious beliefs and stuff, my dad was in a group of men at church who would go to people's houses and try and remove demonic presences from their houses. So we were always told that because my dad did those things,
Bring him back home.
know that like that the devil targeted us. So like we were always prepared as kids that when we would see things that was just us being challenged by the devil.
I just got the fucking goosebumps.
So I mean, and listen, it sounds super brainwashy, doesn't it? But that's how, and I don't know if that's just like that's the way my parents were from the South, that's the way they believed, or if that's just how they figured the best way for us as kids to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
But every one of us kids saw it. My mother saw this, my father saw it, everyone saw it. And the way we dealt with it was when my parents figured out it wasn't malicious, my dad went and talked to the previous landowner and found out who this old man's name was. And what we found out is the people that built this house, it was this old guy, he got married and he built the house. And the way the house was positioned was, it was like built with the intention of to play in. Because like the bottom floor was built in kind of like a donut shape. So as kids, when we'd play games, we could just run in circles constantly. And it was like the whole house was built around kids being able to play.
Yeah.
What we found out is because when he got married, he built the house for him and his wife and the intention of them having kids, and they were never able to have children. And the owner of the house, because we were renting the house, the owner of the house
Is this house still standing?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah. And so I got an extension of the story. So we were told by the landowner that she believed that the reason that he was like showing himself to us kids was because he always wanted children. He loved children. And she said he was a really nice guy when he lived there, and she bought the land from him when he passed. She bought the land from the estate and all that stuff. So she's like, I would never believe that his name was Earl, that Earl would ever want to do anything to hurt the kids. So my dad, when he would like work around the house or fix a hot water tank, he would talk to Earl. Be like, well, Earl, I got to
just randomly.
just like he's bullshit talking to himself, he'd talk to Earl. Well,
did the Dixie Chicks kill him?
Because Earl had to die.
Earl had to die. So anyway, craziest story, and so my mom,
sorry,
my mom didn't believe the story until I was.
I'm glad you said it because it was in my head.
Yeah, so my mom never believed me until I was telling the story later, because obviously when I was a kid she thought I was full of shit. But when I was a kid, I got grounded and sent to my room. And when I got sent to my room, I like turned the corner, and it was that type of scenario where there was like a shadow of a man standing in my room,
like full figure
shadow, and you could tell it was a man, like the shape of my dad,
like a skinny ass Earl Farmer looking.
Yeah, scary ass motherfucker. So like and it disappeared right away. Like when I was like,
like right when you noticed it was like.
Yeah. Like I turned around, went to go run down the hallway, and then I remembered like. Here's the crazy thing. I was more afraid of my mother than I was of this apparition in my room. So I turned around, and when I went back in my room, there was nobody there. But I could feel, like, terrified the whole time. And I was writing these notes on pieces of paper. Like, Mom, there's a ghost in my room. Can I come downstairs? And I'd throw him down the stairs.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and then my mom...
7?
Yeah, and my mom was like, you quit being full of shit. You come down here, I'm going to beat your... that whole thing. Yeah. So anyway,
I could see my mom being the same.
So I was up there, for a long time, and even though I couldn't physically see anything anymore, I still remember to this day exactly what he was wearing, and he was in a sweatsuit, and he had a yellow sweatshirt on and some blue sweatpants, and I remember he had gray hair, and he was just an old man, and he stood there for half a second until I turned around and he was gone.
Yeah, that shit sticks when you see something like.
So, anyway, I was telling the story to my wife.
The old Fraley.
Like when we were freshly married, kind of thing. This was 15 years ago now, and my mom just started crying, and it's kind of hard to talk about because it was so real, and to where my mom felt so bad that she made me sit up there that whole day. Knowing that I had seen that, like, because she didn't believe me.
She didn't know, yeah.
And hearing it as a grown-ass man, as an adult.
Is like,
yeah,
but it sticks with you for that long, so hearing it as a grown-ass man.
Yeah. She felt really terrible. Because of the shit she had experienced in that house, she had no doubt that was true.
Damn.
Yeah. So, like, we lived there so long. We lived there for 3 years, but it got so bad that we actually had to move, and because I was becoming physically ill from the experiences.
No shit.
Yeah. So when we moved,
I need to drive past this house.
yeah. So when we moved, my dad had helped the pastor of the church we were going to. Him and some of the other men in the church had they had all got together and bought some property and built a new church in Norwalk. And my dad actually built the church with all the men in the church. And the pastor had started noticing like things in me, like at church. And when we tried to move, and whatever it was, it followed me, and it was making me physically ill. And I remember when we first moved in, I was playing with my G.I. Joes on the couch, and as I was playing with my G.I. Joes, this thing kept blowing in my ear. And I would like stand up and turn, and there'd be nobody there, and then it would touch me.
Shut the fuck
Yeah.
up.
So, my parents had our pastor, Pastor Roy Harless. He still lives in Norwalk. I would love to talk to him about it and see what his experiences were, because I only remember what I remember, but I was like feverish and delirious, and he actually had to come to the house. And
like Eddie Murphy.
I remember like laying on the couch, just being sick as hell, and him walking around the house blessing all the doorways. And it wasn't until the next day after that I started feeling better. And honestly, that was the last time I had a paranormal experience for many years. And I think it wasn't really so much because like he got rid of it all. It was because I refused to
give it more energy.
I became so backwards to it that I refused to, even if I had experienced anything after that, that I would close it out of my mind so much that I would just delete it.
Well, I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. When you see these families that are experiencing a lot of paranormal activity or poltergeist activity, they're so involved with what's going on, and so like my parents
They're
were good
feeding
at
it, too.
Yeah, they're feeding it, and and like testimonies, they're crying while they're talking about it. I'm like, that is what is happening. Like you're manifesting.
It's controlling
this.
you.
Yeah, it's controlling you.
Yep.
Like my parents were really good at just like, be gone with you, I rebuke you, or whatever, or they wouldn't even give it that much attention. They wouldn't
Jesus
even
Christ,
not,
I
they,
rebuke you.
They wouldn't even say that.
Get the energy out of the house.
They wouldn't even say that. They wouldn't give anything the time of day, because as long as they're holding hands with God, nothing, they could.
Well, see,
they're untouchable.
There was a thing too. Is I kind of have to say that I feel that my parents were a little bit irresponsible with our exposure to such things. And what I mean by that is that at the same time, my parents had some friends that were evangelical ministers to South America. And when they would come home,
like missionary
they would do missionary events. But when they would come home, a lot of times they would stay with us. And a lot of times, it was like they had friends that their jobs where the church, the church as an organization would pay them, and they would go to South America and they would like spiritually battle with like voodoo doctors and like all of these voodoo people.
Something of a completely different realm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now as an adult and with what I believe, like I do believe in good and evil, and I do think that there are things out there that we can't physically prove on paper, and there's some shit out there we shouldn't be fucking with.
Yeah.
Unless you have decided that is your life path, to go fuck with that. But when you make that decision, you can't come home every couple months and pretend that that's not your life path and involve other people. Because I remember when these friends of my parents would come home and they would stay with us for a week, and then for that Sunday we would have our church sermon, and they would be telling their experiences about what they had done and went on their mission or whatever.
Yeah.
There were several times, I can't remember his name. I'd have to ask my mom what his name was, but this guy, like, people would come to the service. Like, we'd be in the middle of church service, and it's like shit you see in a movie. So, I remember specifically there was a woman. We're in the middle of church service. He's talking about the things he did in South America. And this woman just kicks the doors open in the sanctuary and walks in all like crazy. And he starts talking about how this woman's possessed by demons. And he starts like rebuking these demons and shit. And as a kid, like, I don't know if that shit's real or what, you know, now as an adult. I kind of feel like, man, there's
I was
some
in church my
fucking
whole
weirdo
life,
shit.
never saw anything like that.
Right. Well, here's
I
the
think
thing,
there's
though,
a lot
is
of
that
fluff.
I do think there's a lot of fluff because here's the thing: is like you were Baptist, right?
Baptist. Yeah.
So like my parents were super evangelical, Pentecostal, like
Yeah, I grew up Pentecostal.
yeah. So they're looking for that.
Yeah.
They want that crazy, you know. So I think they attract that crazy. So like, but as a kid, that's your life.
Yeah.
You don't know that that's not real or that that's not what it, you know, whatever the fuck it is. So like you implant your reality as that. You know what I mean?
We just ate fried chicken and like
cornbread,
dessert and cornbread and mashed potatoes and gravy.
You know,
you can eat buffets.
But here's
we
the
had
thing.
we had
Here's crazy.
buffets like every Sunday.
But here's crazy, you know, there's that side of it,
banquet.
and then there's like my side of it where, you know, they thought they were. Maybe they were. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna
we've
say
had
one way or
people
the other.
come
Who
like
knows?
Pentecostal from different.
Yeah, maybe they were.
It was Jesus
exercising demons,
complex
and
carbohydrates.
whatever the fuck. Who
have
fucking knows?
exercised
But I can tell you this: like
demons.
I do know. Here's what's real: is that when I was a kid, that shit was real as fuck. I didn't know the difference between what was what.
Repent.
And I remember,
thou
you know, my
shalt
mom,
be
like we would go
saved.
to these, we would go to these churches in West Virginia where we're from, and they would have boxes of poisonous snakes on the stage.
Oh, I've looked
Snake
at
handling churches,
Oh,
man.
no.
We went to a lot of those,
I've
and they believed if your faith was strong enough, they would release these fucking snakes.
yeah, I've
Oh,
seen
man.
those
And
videos on
and-
YouTube.
And
like
if your
shit.
faith was strong enough, they didn't bite you. And if they did bite you, if you really believed in Jesus, it wouldn't kill you.
Like
what the fuck is wrong with these
witch
people?
hunting? If the witch dies, they're not a witch.
Right. Right. Yeah. Good job. You know,
Yeah.
that's what it was like.
Are you bargaining with God? Like, hey, God.
And here's the thing, is here, and this should have been the sign.
Here's the
I
throw
remember
Roman-
one time my mom was singing with her bluegrass band, and they're playing at this fucking snake handling church. They didn't know
Gotta
the
get a snake
boxes
in the
on
middle,
stage
gotta
were
love
full
your
of snakes.
goddamn.
When they released the snakes, I remember seeing my mom give my dad the sign, and my dad collected me, my brother, and sister. He picked us up, and we left. That should have been a sign. There's some bullshit going on.
And then
You know what I'm saying?
and then everybody drank Kool-Aid.
And then everybody drank Kool-Aid, and half the people died.
It
And
was
the other
actually
half are Jesus
Jim Jones.
freaks, you know?
Actually, it's a hoax. That it's a facade. It's false. It wasn't Kool-Aid. It was Flavor Aid.
It's
by the way,
Flavor Aid,
yeah.
right? So anyway, back at the ranch, what I'm saying is like this shit really hits home because, like, even though I don't believe in that whole like, you know, exercise of demon, none of that shit now. This is fucking terrifying for
All
me.
right, let's keep on going with the Ghost of Carmel, Maine. This guy's testimony.
Well, what I'm saying is this exact experience is what I had as a kid. Like him walking into that room and turning the room and that shadow image being there. And that's
Yeah.
exactly what I saw when I was 7.
Well, yeah. Okay, we'll keep
That
going.
literally made me shit my pants.
We'll keep going with this video.
Let's go. I don't even want to see it again.
Notice how Kent stands there planning out his next move. Remember now, this
Hell
isn't
yeah.
the first time Kent has seen this thing in his house.
Because he knows there's going to be something
It
fucked
appears,
up around that corner.
and then it disappears.
Yep.
Oh, this is after?
No, it's him about to turn
Well,
the corner. He's
well,
preparing
he-
himself.
He already saw it.
Yeah, that's what he already saw it. So this is after he saw
Yeah.
it.
The
You
light
sure
source between the crack is blocked.
Yeah. Positive. Watch.
Oh, don't I don't
Do it
wanna watch
again.
Oh, fuck.
Dude, I screamed. I was like, "Oh shit!"
Dude, that's tough.
What the hell is that?
Dude, that right there. That is fucking...
Bo.
Dude, that's tough, bro.
I would be fighting heat right there, like
Yeah, like, one... And listen,
Notice how Kent
everybody
stands there planning
fight
out
or
his next
flights
move.
differently.
Well, you got to listen too. This is your home.
Yeah.
Like, he has that mentality too. This is my fucking house.
Yeah.
And I have that too. If I was experiencing shit like this too, I'd be like, no, I ain't gonna let this shit fucking ruin my fucking home.
Remember now, this isn't the first time Kent has seen this thing in his...
But now I'm getting entrapped like it's all real. I'm just saying this is the most compelling apparitions. This is what this episode is about. Here we go.
House. It appears, and then it disappears.
I got to give him credit for having the balls to go around that corner again.
Hello?
The light source between the crack is blocked and then unblocked. So whatever that shadow dude is...
I see movement in the bedroom through that crack.
It's apparently moving.
Need to get out of here. Is that you, Shadow Dude?
Shadow Dude. Fuck you, man.
Bro. I feel like I'm about to scream again.
I don't ever turn this freaking light out. I don't even know how this light got out. I leave this light on because of certain reasons like this.
What a fucking wacko, dude.
So
Who
here
the
is a
fuck
freeze
lives
frame
in this
clip of
house?
Shadow Dude. Kent tries his best to look at this spooky clip under different light spectrums, but the quality of the image and the limitations of his editing program prevent a super in-depth look. So I've tried my best to get as clear of an image as I can from these frames. What do you think this is? Is it a shadow figure?
What looks like a blue shirt.
Is it a
This
ghostly
detail will be
apparition?
important later.
Or perhaps it's just a person with really bad lighting.
Okay, and as we're going to go, if this is a real thing, and we could go and shadow people the way any kind of manifestation might happen, it's sucking in light. Because black is absence of light. And it's a vacuum, almost a vacuum of what do you call it?
It absorbs light. Black absorbs the light.
Of photons. It's like a vacuum of photons, of light photons that gets absorbed in, and something happens. But you can see this is a little weird as we keep going.
Let me know what you think in the comments below.
You can see a little blue.
Notice how the shadow apparition now starts to look like a person. If you look closely at this image, you can almost see half the silhouette of a man's face. It looks like an older, white male. After altering the lighting and the contrast, it almost looks like an eye, half of a nose, and half of a mouth.
You can see a white
To better
dude.
illustrate this visual for those of you who don't see it, I looked up a generic middle-aged male stock photo, and I found this guy. Next, I turned down the transparency of this guy and laid it over top of the original screenshot. And if we zoom in and flip back and forth between the superimposed middle-aged man and the creepy shadow thing, you can see the outline of a face.
Yeah, okay, I
What do
see
you
that.
think?
Yeah.
Either way, this image is insanely
you're
creepy.
putting an image in
and
someone's
later in this
mind, though,
video,
by
you'll see
doing
the
that.
blue-shirted man again. So
Yeah.
keep
Right.
these visuals in mind.
No, but I saw it before he
As
did
Kent
that.
checks
but
the room and looks
Yeah.
for anything out of place, he makes a comment that made me personally crack up because it's exactly what you'd assume a normal middle-aged guy would say in such a scary predicament.
Shadow Dude.
I've definitely got to take a blood pressure pill. Holy crap.
Next clip shows something being ripped off the wall above Kent's bed.
What the fuck is that just up on the wall?
This next clip is of Kent's very first encounter with the shadow dude that we spoke about earlier. This shadow dude is an example of a shadow person. A shadow person is an unsettling black silhouette of something resembling a human, but isn't. This was his first encounter with what he called the shadow dude, so I'm gonna let him explain it to you.
Oh, With this being the first anomaly that I witnessed here at the Lamb House, what really scared me about this encounter, whatever this was in the window, its arm was moving up and down really fast, as if it was waiting for me to leave the room. This was quite startling.
Here are a few more of the strange visual phenomenon Kent has encountered over the
So
years.
why does his house have
I
a
have seen
name?
a lot of things and still shots
The Lamb
of
House?
houses for me
Yeah.
that wouldn't make sense.
I'm not sure.
And I also saw a lot of things that were just beyond amazing.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry. The mic's fucked.
Yeah,
Oh,
just don't
there we
touch
go.
it. Sorry.
I'm trying not to.
Don't touch it.
But it just really wants to.
Oh, this is really tough for me because I'm a very spiritual person. It's
Sometimes you'd see this activity in real time. Sometimes you don't even realize you captured something until you view your recording or look at your still shots.
This next clip is of whatever it is that resides in Kent's bedroom, escaping from the window back underneath his bed. What this is, I have no idea.
All right. We're gonna go. Since we're talking, this is apparitions. This is shape shifting, and Maggie has cleaned a house and saw a black, almost like a black squid, like sperm. It was like a black orb with a tail, like floating up the stairs.
Right.
So I'm saying, it's weird. I'm just shadow things. I've seen shit like that too. Corner of my the corner of my eye type shit. Oh my god, I get gas so bad. Anyway, it's just I just think that's interesting with this whole shadow phenomenon that happens. Here we go.
This right here seemingly goes from ghosts and spirits straight into cryptozoology. Your guess is as good as mine.
It was just sitting there in the window, and it looked like it was moving. I ducked behind around the doorway, not knowing what was going to happen, and that thing took off from the window and went under the bed. Okay, there he is, in the window again.
It's like, I got him.
What the fuck?
Went under the bed.
See that?
See, it looks like a cat. It looked like a cat or something.
Okay.
It just looks like an extra curtain or something to me. But then, yeah, okay, I can see a cat. Yeah.
Apparently, the video
When it
footage
jumps.
captured
that is
and what we see on it is
fucking wacky.
completely different than what he saw with his own eyes.
After I viewed the video from this encounter, what I saw in the video looked nothing like what I
Venom.
saw in real time.
It's Venom.
In real time, it looked like another small shadow apparition sitting in the window.
So, the testimony that he has, he's even saying, what you're seeing, I didn't even see. So he's surprised that what he caught is what he caught.
He didn't
That's
even
why
notice it.
Didn't even. No, he said he saw an apparition in the window, but it didn't look like that. Like he said it. Yeah, it was like.
From this encounter, what I saw in the video looked nothing like what I saw in real time. In real time, it looked like another small shadow apparition sitting in the window.
Another fascinating detail to note is that after the fact, Kent went and performed comparative measurements of where the weird blob was to determine how big it actually was. The shadowy alien blob's height came out to be exactly 3 feet.
Alien blob.
That doesn't help explain exactly what it is, but it's still a fascinating detail that will be brought back up later in this video.
This measurement actually came out to 3 foot in height.
It's become a habit for Kent to walk around with a camera rolling because of the amount of times he's captured something in his bedroom. Whether it's looking out the window,
It's like
But
every
like he's
time.
drawing it out too. Like if
Yeah,
you're
he-
walking
listen-
around with a camera trying to catch ghosts.
Yeah, he's not looking for this shit to go away.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, he's all about
He
it.
keeps building it. Yeah.
And it's in his bedroom. This motherfucker's sleeping in there.
Sleeps in that room.
Yeah, nah, fuck you.
sitting on the bed.
I'd be doing a
creeping
lot
around.
of couch
That's
time.
assuming he's being genuine and his testimony's
Hey,
real.
listen, there would be lots of
hiding
couch Star Trek moments going on.
See,
Yeah,
from
for
the,
me.
from the get go, right when you saw the shadow that made me fucking like yelp out, I probably, if that were me, I probably would have ran out the house, collected myself, and I honestly, personally, would have probably had a prayer and been like, all right, let's go back up in there.
I'll be
Yeah.
like, I need God in my life
Yeah.
right now.
Right. I would have.
I definitely would have gone back in. I seriously would have ran outside and been like, okay, I
So-
live here. This was not normal.
So okay, so hold on before we get going. So shadow people, there's a whole metaphysical.
This is gonna be a long episode.
No, it's gonna be so in the metaphysical world, there's a whole study specifically just on shadow people, and right now the ongoing theory is that shadow people are what the metaphysical people of the Middle East used to call jinn, or as genie, and because over the thousands of years, shadow people or the jinn have been known to be tricksters of, or they were this whole different separate line of entity that love to just fuck with people. They don't ever do anything. They don't physically touch you. They don't touch your stuff or move do poltergeist or none of that. All they do is like to scare you and fuck with you.
Yeah, like if I died and was stuck here, I would definitely have fun just
Right.
working with people.
So, and what's funny is that here's why I'm saying no Scooby, is because all of this guy's videos of his shadow person that lives in his house.
Yeah, shadow dude.
Fit that description.
All right, let's keep
like this
going.
thing doesn't do
This
anything.
is
It just fucks
repetitive,
with him. It's
his
repetitive
shadow-
and
yeah.
it knows when to fuck with him.
All right, let's go.
Room. Whether it's looking out the window,
See, like
sitting on the
sexy
bed,
man pose on the
creeping
bed.
around the corner,
Yeah.
or
Right
hiding
here.
behind the
Like,
window
why
curtains.
sexy man pose?
Kent has even responded to
That dude is
criticism.
just fucking with
Well,
you.
look at it, the pose. He's not.
Yes.
in my mind.
So he must have a knee up towards
Knee
his chest.
up,
Knee up,
arm down, sexy man
shoulder
pose.
popped out.
Yeah,
Hey, daddy.
You're right. That's a complete djinn whose spiritual goal is to
I
fuck
got
with you.
gin and juice on his bed.
That's
Come
right.
hang out.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm saying. It fits the description of
But
a
this
djinn.
guy's building up the most convincing footage that he has.
We
haven't even got to the most convincing one
No
yet.
way.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Bro, come on. What's next? Is this Jen gonna be like, yo, what up, bro? And then disappear?
Oh, we about to get real up in this motherfucker.
Gin and juice.
Rob, I gotta
Gin
say,
and juice, baby.
this is probably the fucking creepiest fucking FunBox podcast show I've ever been part of. We should have done this shit on Halloween.
All right.
All right, let's go. If this isn't the most convincing fucking Shadow Man image, I gotta see what it is.
Okay, well,
it's the Turkey 101.
Whether it's looking out the window, sitting on the bed, creeping around the corner, or hiding behind the window
Hey.
curtains. Kent has even
Zaddy.
responded to criticism as to why he doesn't stay longer and keep filming when he does encounter his shadow dude. Let's check out his explanation.
People have asked me, and
this is very important to understand.
comments on social
What's on his
media
shirt? What is he promoting
that
here?
They can't.
Ghost of Karma Main, his YouTube channel.
I don't stand there and get video of an apparition. Just hold the shot. I can tell you right now, unless you encounter these, unless you experience this, you have no clue how scary this is. When you see something standing there that does not belong in our realm, it is quite frightening. And your first instinct is to get out of the way. Run. Get away from it. It's almost nearly impossible to hold a still shot on something like this when you're overcome with fear. And I'm not going to deny the fact, yes, I do get scared.
But I love his like old
Hell yeah.
man mentality. Just like,
Yeah.
you know,
Get
hey,
scared.
man. There's a lot of peekaboo ghost type things online that are real trendy. People are faking a lot of those.
Oh,
That's why
really?
I'm saying there's so much fake shit that I know. This is why what's important is what I thought was the most convincing.
Well, this is a whole like area of video, social media that I have to say I've never really tried to go down. I'm gonna do this now.
Yeah, it's a
gonna-
black hole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go down this
You-
black
it's
hole.
a wormhole you can get lost in.
I'm gonna see some like 2 a.m. bullshit going on.
I could actually go to sleep to watching this shit.
Oh my god, no way.
I don't know why I'm
I would
sick
have
like that.
Listen, I have to like. Fuck you.
It looks as if the
Dude.
face of a shadow person leans over the railing to peek on what's going
Yeah.
on downstairs.
Yeah.
When it realizes it's being filmed,
Yeah.
it quickly pulls
It's
its
like
head
I'm
back.
out.
Just imagine how completely
Oh,
terrifying it was
gosh.
watching that clip for the first
Blech.
time, seeing that head peek
Blech.
over the corner from your
Dude.
bedroom upstairs.
No.
In a comparison shot to determine how tall this
Is
thing
this a
actually
still
was.
camera?
Here's a human leaning over
is
the
this
same
someone-
staircase railing. As you can see, a human standing up there is much higher up than whatever that was.
I thought
in the
we were
original
looking
footage.
downstairs.
This shows
Yeah.
that whatever it
At
was
first.
that was leaning over the railing was either on its knees or was very, very short. My brain instantly goes back to when Kent measured the length of
Fuck.
the creepy black alien blob,
Yeah,
and
3
it was
foot.
3 feet long. Just the perfect height to look over that
What?
railing.
Oh my god. Dude, I'm gonna say this.
The YouTube channel Ghosts of Carmel, Maine showcases many EVP audio clips, orb photos and videos, and even a few spirit box sessions. But this next clip is by far my favorite of the bunch. This is the most compelling and chilling piece of evidence Kent has captured thus far.
Mine too.
Even with all of these bizarre occurrences, there's still one that might be my absolute
I compiled 2 different videos like talking about it.
favorite. Kent hears something and goes to check his bedroom, a place where he has recorded multiple strange sightings of Shadow Dude.
Shadow dude. What the fuck?
That.
Wow.
What
That's
the
like a
fuck?
straight up whole person right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, that was definitely
Oh my
Legit,
God.
a fucking Earl.
Dude, that
was a fucking Earl, bro.
It simply looks like some creepy man has broken into the house and is just aimlessly looking out the window. But then the figure disappears into some bizarre black mass that almost seems to fly
Like,
out
how do
the
you make
closed
that?
window?
He had a drone and fucking sucked it out the window.
A vacuum drone.
It's a man wearing a blue shirt.
That's what I'm saying. Why do apparitions have clothes?
That's yeah.
Well, I think it might be your
the clothes you died in.
No, I think it might
When
be
I first saw this figure at the window,
the apparitions.
at first
like,
I thought somebody broke into the
personal
house and was
image of
trying to jump
itself.
out the window to get away from me. But when I saw the strange head on this figure, this is when I knew this was something supernatural. This was so startling, I turned around and ran out of the room just as fast as I could go.
Almost look like he has a beard, kinda too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
By the way, this is my most convincing footage of this guy. I still have more. There's still more to go. All right, this one. Jeez. Okay, that was the end of the Ghost of Carmel, Maine. This is not. This is the second to last video, but this is the. This guy's.
You guys do your thing.
This guy's dad.
So fucking crazy. So hold on one second before we move on. That shit was crazy, dude.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I got to give this guy credit. I think he's all good with living there and all the things that go on. I think he is, obviously as a fucking YouTube channel. If it bugged him, he would have seen that shit once and he would have been out like a fat kid in dodgeball. I think it scares him, but I think he likes it. And I think he's enjoying it. And I think he sees it as an opportunity. And I think it's really cool that he's documenting that shit. Because how many people do you think see things like that or experience those things and just bug the fuck out?
Yeah. Well, he's definitely engaged through and through. He's bought in. He even made a YouTube channel for it.
Right.
I look at him as an innocent older guy. He's harmless.
Yeah.
He has his whole own world. I'm not even interested in ever really meeting him. I'd like to meet the guy to talk to him about it, but at the same time, he is like a regular. I mean, you just hearing the way he talks, it's just regular Joe.
Right.
Regular average.
He's just a
Joe.
guy who's documenting things.
Joe the plumber.
And he's fucking having a good time, you know?
Yeah. All right, JB's coming back. But this next one, this guy.
I apologize.
This woman's father, dad kept feeling somebody in bed with him, so they set up a camera. And this is one of the things that they caught. And I'm going to explain this. Why I decided to put this in the compilation today is the weirdness of what we're going to see. Like, it's not, if you were to fake this, why would you make it so quick and weird and just
dramatic?
It's not even that dramatic. It is dramatic. Who knows? You guys might freak out or call it no Scooby or call it.
Oh, wait, we didn't rate the last one. I'm definitely going no Scooby on that guy. That fucking shadow guy.
I don't really know what to say about that guy.
That is some
I don't know what to say.
Shit.
I have no opinions on it. It is what it is. It's
and let me ask you this. Does it make you want to go to that guy's house?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
I want to stay the night in that motherfucker for sure.
Dude.
Yeah. I definitely want to go to that lamb house.
All
Like,
right,
here's
let's
this guy felt something in his bed. Here we go.
Got it. They like gives me
This
chills,
happens.
bro.
This happens real fast.
All right, let's do it.
Was that a person just sat up?
Look, it might rewind. There we go.
So, okay, so is that the actual dude?
It starts shooting when there's movement, right? The camera. So that's why you see these cameras even a lot of cameras will do that. Well,
Yeah.
they'll just start shooting when they see movement. That's it.
Okay.
So the blankets lifted up and it started filming.
See, it looked like someone sat up, and that was
and then laid
fucking
down.
weird.
And it just vanishes into nothing.
Well, it looks like they sat up and laid down.
Watch.
Sat up.
It looks like somebody pulling it up or
Yep,
whatever.
yep,
And it just
and then
looks like
sitting
somebody
up,
sitting up
and then laying over.
and being like,
Oh, well, they do kind of vanish, don't they?
yeah. And
And
then the
it
end of
comes
the
out
bed,
the bottom?
fucking weird. And then
No, that's his legs. He's laying in bed sleeping.
that's just my anaconda.
Okay.
That's fine.
YouTube
What?
user
Well, to me, that was I wish there was more, maybe some audio to go along with that.
That's
It just looks like somebody's sitting up and fucking getting comfortable, laying back down.
yeah, but then all of a sudden that's
And then the big bulge at the bottom doesn't make sense.
That's him. That's his legs.
yeah. I was
He's
just
laying
saying,
in
like
bed.
a leg.
He's
Somebody's in bed over here on the right side,
yeah, and then somebody's
and it looks like
head pops up and then just vanishes.
me getting up to go pee and just disappearing.
It moves and then it just goes into nothing.
Yeah,
Okay.
it definitely looked like a body with the head
Yeah, I see
getting
that.
up and
I see
weird.
that.
Yeah, it looked like a head went. Oh,
Yeah.
and then just like
It just flopped over into. I
for
can't even.
some reason, this just spooked the fuck out of me. Whenever I'm in bed, I think about this video and I'm like, because I've had moments where I'm like adjusting my covers and like one of my blankets like smacked me in the face.
Yeah.
But I know it was probably me.
Yeah, it
but
was just
I
air
was
movement.
I'm just so dark. And
Yeah.
you don't really know what's going on, and you're just flopping covers around. And then I've had the cover like go whoosh, and it hit me and I'm like, ugh, and I think about this video and I'm like, ah. Anyway,
Spooking yourself out. That's
Yeah.
funny.
That is.
but I don't know, Scooby.
I don't know
knows
that
this
is.
is-
I
Veronica
don't know. I
Shannon
think
says
I,
that she's been experiencing a
All right, I think this
terrifying
might be
haunting in her
the
apartment. After hearing and seeing strange things around her home, she installed multiple security.
All right, yeah,
Okay.
this is the last one.
what is that in
I
the
think
bed?
these guys. That's a baby. I think these
It's a
people.
long ass baby.
Yeah, it is.
And we're gonna go with the testimonies and who did it. Like
Okay.
like the brain dead meth heads aren't
Okay.
going to be making
Right.
these videos.
Right.
They're not gonna make a hoax.
Right. They don't
Camera
have it.
cameras.
Okay.
Things start out simply enough. Her cameras pick up some strange light anomalies and a few odd sounds.
Okay.
Hold on. Did we get the last? Did everybody see the last little bit of what we were talking about? I don't know if I had it on the.
Yeah. What?
Oh wait, so this is their house
No.
with the baby?
This is the first. No,
I'm gonna double check and see if my.
That's definitely a baby getting out of there.
All right, they didn't get that entire last video. Fuck. I gotta show the video.
So do they go into like more explanation of that video?
But
Of
this
one?
is the video. They don't go into the. This is not that family.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fucking. Rob, you got to prepare, motherfucker. This is what the topic of the show is going to be.
Oh, I thought I did.
I don't know.
A ghost.
I do drink a lot,
stories.
so who
Yeah,
knows?
like she just vanishes. Something just vanishes into thin air. All right, that's what we were talking about earlier. I had to show the viewers, guys. If you're listening to this, sorry, you got to go on YouTube and watch all this stuff, okay? On the YouTube channel. So it's still going to be on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher, Apple
YouTube
Podcasts,
user
and all
Veronica
that. But here we
Shannon
go.
says that she has been experiencing a terrifying haunting in her apartment. After hearing and seeing strange things around her home, she installed multiple security cameras. Things start out simply enough. Her cameras pick up some strange light anomalies and a few odd sounds.
This is nothing. It's coming up towards the end. You'll see.
Okay, that's fine.
And this is the the last video that I have.
Yeah, I like when there's animals. Capone.
Yeah.
But then, seemingly after Veronica starts paying more attention to the bizarre incidents and telling friends about them, things get a bit more intense.
The more she
The
feeds
two young
into
sons start waking up terrified and screaming every night at around 3 a.m.
the witching hour.
And things get even weirder.
Right here.
What the fuck?
Wait, what was that?
The fuck?
Yeah, look at that
What
shit.
the fuck?
That's somebody opening up like an old lady.
No, that's like a fucking demonic angel or...
That's not a person.
What?
What the fuck?
No one was behind him.
What?
That's like a grandma in a fucking
Yeah.
cardigan
They catch
and
some odd
sweats.
apparition that seems to appear near the door whenever someone arrives or leaves the apartment. It's
Oh,
almost as if the
shit.
spirit just doesn't want someone new there. One night,
All right, the reason why I bring this, it's just weird how. Why would you? It's just so random. The
It almost
the
looked
body
like a
movements that she
dance
makes.
move of
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
opening the door.
and Veronica and another friend decide to conduct their own informal sort of seance. It doesn't go well.
Yeah, I can
Do
imagine.
you need help? Are you stuck here?
Move the camera if you need help.
Oh my god.
Shut the fuck.
Shut up.
If something bad happens.
Scared to walk in the dark in those great places.
People should not be fucking with things they don't know what they're doing.
I don't think anybody knows what they're doing.
As Shane asks if the ghost is now in the boys' room,
I don't
the
believe
children
these
immediately
goddamn medians,
start
none of
crying
them.
their eyes out. But then, when they rush to the door, something is preventing them from opening it. They have to break down the door to get inside to the crying boys.
Shut the fuck up.
You can check out more of Veronica's story and videos over on her
That
YouTube
looks like
channel.
an apartment
Veronica
complex.
Shannon.
Yeah, it's like an apartment. All right, so okay, so cool. I gotta fucking talk about this.
That's
All right, so
September 14th,
But that was my
Yeah.
compilation of what I thought was the most convincing paranormal apparitions.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
This is your
So-
most one?
That was my favorite one. It was just weird the way the grandma looked.
Yeah.
Or it looked like a grandma.
Yeah, it does. That's what I'm saying.
The way
That's the first thing that comes to my mind.
she hit the door and the why her hand went like this was weird. Like somebody was
Yeah.
pulling her away. Like don't
Yeah.
do that or something. I was just a weird because there is in theology a battle. There's a battle of good and evil on earth right now, and the prophecy says evil will lose. But evil needs as many people as they could take down because there's hatred towards good. You know, there's a lot of hatred, and
They need more people to feed into the...
yeah, and it's whether or not I don't believe in ghosts necessarily. I believe in a battle of good and evil of some sort, and some type of people that break the rules. There's like angels and demons or whatever you could call them. I think there's entities that are good or evil. And
For sure.
they're all bound by these laws of free will that we have. They're not allowed to break the laws of free will. If you break the law of free will, like by a ghost coming down right now and going, I'm a ghost, breaks the laws of free will. We can't have free will when we could see you right now and you're just totally convincing me. Even though they do break the rules sometimes. But they got it. They're meticulous with it. They have the wisdom of the ages on their side. They don't have this is just what my beliefs are, So they whatever is happening,
it feeds off of belief. It feeds off faith.
Yeah,
belief.
whatever is happening. Yeah, and I believe we're create. They will. If I ask for it, it'll happen. Like you know,
manifestation.
Yeah, manifesting.
People say like Ouija boards. Oh, don't have one of those. It doesn't. Ouija board doesn't fuck a Ouija board. One of these things, a flashlight or a light or something. What's better is like I did this when I was a kid. One of those analog flash, like regular AA whatever, or
the old
C
school
batteries where you
plastic.
put
Fucking,
old school plastic. You screw the spring on. What you do is you take the light out. You unscrew the light and there's a spring on the light.
Yeah.
Or no, there's a spring underneath and then there's a light bulb on the thing. You could unscrew the light bulb.
Yeah.
Barely to where blowing on it really hard will turn it on. And then you set it up and ask it questions. When it lights up for yes.
Yes. Yeah.
And don't only light up for yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that when I was a kid in that fucking East 31st Street house where my brother saw. I actually tried to summon demons as a kid, and it never did anything to me. Me and my brother heard somebody pounded on the door once. I had a statue thing that moved. I moved it away. It was a lamp. I moved it away because I didn't like it looking at me. It was like a little boy with a little dog on his side, and it was like a Precious Moments lamp.
Yeah.
And I didn't want it looking at me, so it was plugged into one of those outlets that hit a switch to turn it on. I turned it away from me, went to bed. I didn't even sleep yet. I got up because I had to pee or something, and I turned the light back on, and it was right back at me. And it was like playing. It was like classic creepy.
Yeah. Moment.
I'm gonna fuck with this kid or whatever was fucking with me.
Yeah.
So I slept with Pablo, on the bottom bunk because I was on the top bunk at the time. I slept with him. I had to sleep in a twin size bed with my brother just so I could sleep because I couldn't stand. But anyway, my brother saw a shadow figure, but I would ask it questions and I never got any intelligent answers about anything. I never, from what I remember, it wasn't anything. It would, but anytime it started really responding, I would get scared and stop. And a lot of kids do that. Most people will do that once you back out once it gets too real.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to me. I made my own Ouija board. I actually think if you make your own items to talk
like
with
voodoo fucking
that
shit,
stuff, it's more. It creates more of an energy or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Fuck Ouija boards.
Yeah.
That's a Parker brother bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like that's like I said, a flashlight, anything, you even talking to anything is just as good as a Ouija board.
Yeah, so okay, so my friend Travis, that we talked about earlier, he wanted to do this experiment where there was an old school thing that they used to do back in the early 1900s where they would have these seances. And the thing is that like when you say a seance, you think of like all these people sitting around a big round table trying to talk. Yeah, witchcraft. But when you talk about doing it with someone who's in this super medical whatever fucking field, it's a little fucking terrifying. So he was like, hey, do you and Kathy want to come over every Wednesday? We're going to do it the same day, the same time for like 3 months straight. And we're going to try to communicate with spirits. Do you want to do that? And I was like, no. That fucking sounds like a terrible idea. Because like the consistency and the power behind it and all of that shit sounded like it was going to work. And I didn't want nothing to do with it. Because at this time, I was still in that mode where, Pastor Roy Harless came over and blessed my house because I was sick. And I have since just decided this shit wasn't going to happen to me anymore. And, but I have to say as an adult, I got curious and I was like, can I really fucking handle if something super spiritual was to happen to me, supernatural, would I, as an adult, as a grown-ass man, could I handle it? And I was really curious. Yeah. So anyway, I said, okay. It took him like 6 months to convince me to do it. And because, so anyway, I said, yeah, let's try this. I mean, and it was intimidating. It was, we had a table in the middle of the room. There was 4 or 5 of us in there, pitch black, no light. And we had this thing in the middle on the table. It's called a trumpet. And what it was is it was like a shape of like a dunce cone.
Okay.
And the idea of the dunce cone is that it would funnel energy. And the thought was that if the spirits came to you,
the spirit needs something.
that they need something
Connect
to focalize
to, or,
on.
yeah.
And the thought was that we were trying to get this funnel, this cone, this trumpet to levitate. That was the idea. Well, you're still sitting in this fucking room in utter darkness. Can't see your hand in front of your face, kind of shit.
Not even the people you're kicking
and
with.
you are trying. No, you can't see.
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
You can't see. And you are physically trying to get spirits to come into that room with you. So I told him, I was like,
that just makes my hair stand up.
Yeah, I was like, listen, Travis, if something fucking touches me, I'm out. I'm leaving, and
deuces.
I'm never coming back. So you just need to be aware that that's what's gonna happen. And he's like, dude, I don't know what's gonna happen. This is theoretical. We're gonna try it. So I'll be honest with you, I wasn't really entirely sober the first time I went because I was literally terrified. Because knowing as a kid, growing up, the shit that I saw and the shit that I experienced,
growing up
I
the
was
way
like,
what you saw, growing up the way you were, religious and stuff, whatever, in your family.
Yeah.
But you're all mostly like scientific now.
Yeah.
So what makes you like still like what is your belief on like ghosts and stuff now? With that, it's all.
Now I believe that. I mean, now I think that I think that scientifically, I believe that like ghosts are energy. That when you die, that your energy is transformed or transferred into something else, and then it goes away, or that it is transferred into the major collective, which goes to.
So
what
between
we perceive
religious,
as heaven.
scientific is energy, religious is spiritual.
Right. Right, and I think they're kind of one and the same, you know, and that they're connected.
I also believe this. Here's another.
But let me
angle.
say this: is that at the end, I'm not 100% convinced in either one because I don't know.
Right on.
Here,
yeah.
Here's
You know
another angle, so I won't say I believe this.
I could be completely wrong.
I'm still right there with yeah.
You know, guys know how time is a fabric, right? It's it's actually. Time in the cosmos, time really, in a sense, isn't a thing. It's a thing for us.
It's not.
It's super fake.
Time you ever seen the movie Interstellar with Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah.
I went and saw that with Jasmine in theaters, and like when we left that theater, we were just walking out, and I looked at her, and I was like, "Do you even feel like a real human right now?" And she was just like,
I was perplexed.
No, and I was like, "You just felt so weird with how." The galaxies and the way time was. And
they did a really good job with that.
Yeah.
It makes you feel infinitesimal.
Yes, but it makes your mind just like.
A lot of people look at I think of the cosmos and the universe as it's morbid to me, but a lot of people are fascinated, and it makes them feel bigger. It makes me feel tiny and insignificant.
Ant size, yeah.
But I was just saying, since time is kind of bullshit. I was gonna say if there's ghosts or things like that, I believe that people could potentially be witnessing themselves in the future or the past in their own home.
That's 100% accurate. That
because
could definitely be the same.
There's a doppelganger. Like that guy had a blue shirt. That could have been him.
Yeah,
like mocking himself. Like or like
that could have been. When he passes away in 20 years, that could be him coming back to fuck with himself.
Yeah.
You know?
That's fucking...
That's super true. I mean, it could be, and that's where, like...
I kind of had, like, deja vu in the middle of, like, watching that shit. And I forget where it was, but I didn't want to speak up because we were in the middle of a video, but something made me feel that, and I was like, what? Yeah. What if that was, like, his energy from, like, a lifetime before... coming down, yeah.
Or whatever, maybe. I was just thinking about, because there's doppelgangers, and people have seen themselves.
Fuck yeah.
I've heard of that story, too. And then I've heard of people seeing their mom, like, washing dishes in the kitchen. and then they go up to their room or something,
And mom's up there.
And their mom calls them, "Hey, I'm at the store. Do you need anything?" And it's like,
Yeah.
"Whoa, you were just in the kitchen. Like, what the hell?" There's like things like that. So I believe there could be something. I'm saying if people are witnessing things in life, and they're convinced. I mean, it's vast majority of people believe in something, and the vast majority of people have. I don't really know the statistics on who's witnessed. Like, if there's a poll, nobody's asked me anything. Nobody's like, "Hey, have you ever seen anything paranormal?"
Right.
Like, nobody with a notepad and wrote I didn't sign.
You've never done the survey on the tracks during the Woolly Bear. You know, like, hey, you ever seen a ghost? But
The next
listen,
Woolly Bear is
but
Dick
here,
Goddard
but you know
here.
why I think that is.
Speaking of the Woolly Bear, somebody had a sign that said, "If the Indians are racist, so are the Browns."
Right.
I was like, "Is that a Hispanic team?"
But I have to say, I think the reason that there isn't the guy on the tracks at the Woolly Bear with the survey is because if somebody come up to the general public and said, "Hey, have you ever seen a ghost?" they would be like, what the fuck are you doing?
I don't like the definition or the
What kind of
terminology.
drugs are you on?
Right.
I don't like
Can
the
I get some?
terminology of ghost.
Ghost. Yeah, I don't
like that.
either. But and here's crazy. And
I mean, it's not that I don't like it. It's just like, how are you to jump to such a fucking conclusion?
Right. And you know, and the great thing is that if you ever venture into the metaphysical world of, you know, the yoga chicks that dig crystals,
Dude.
you're gonna find
that smell like Nag Champa.
Yeah, yes.
Jasmine.
Dude, I loves me some dragon's blood.
Or dragon's
Fucking-
blood. Or like ocean breeze.
Yeah, listen. But what I'm saying is, if you take the time to venture into that world, you are going to find that there are a lot of like-minded individuals.
Yes.
That have just decided that this year I'm diving in ankles deep.
We're in Mercury retrograde.
Just to find out what the fuck's going on. And maybe it's I mean, and I did it. I'll be honest with you, when I was for a long, mostly because of the experiences that I had with me and Kathy when, you know, we were super young and we're having babies, and you know, we were excommunicated from the church we were going to. We weren't allowed to come anymore. Like the pastor came up to us and said we couldn't come to church anymore. You know,
What?
yeah.
See, that's
so like I was so bitter and pissed.
That pisses
that,
me
like,
off.
So that like when that happened, I was just like,
I didn't know
"Fuck
that
you."
even happens.
Yeah.
Did
Well,
you
it's-
guys not pay tithe?
Yeah, pretty much.
Not
So you know,
giving
no,
your
we were
dues.
17-year-old horny kids that had sex and decided and got pregnant on accident, and our church like turned their backs on us. So, listen, was it right? No. And is that every church? No. Was this guy a fucking idiot? Yes. But I'm thankful for it because now it made me so bitter at the time that I literally was like atheist as fuck. Like, fuck you, God. Fuck you, parents, for teaching me all this bullshit that's all bullshit. You know, I was so angry.
An atheist doesn't
to
say fuck
where-
you, God.
Right.
Yeah,
I know.
basically my life is a lie.
That's what I'm yeah.
Yeah.
So that, like, but what it did was it opened me up 10 years later because I could see my kids growing up, and I could see that my children were growing up without the same moral
It
compass
fucking
that I
cracked
had.
your brain open, like
Yeah. Yeah.
And you
So,
were
like,
able to expand
when
more.
my kids were 8, 9, 10 years old, I could see that they didn't have the same moral compass I did at that time, and I felt that I wasn't doing them a justice because the reason I had a better moral compass was because of my religious background. So, I thought to myself, like, it's not fair to them for me to be so angry at religion that I was foregoing my spirituality.
For sure.
You know. So anyway,
I don't even believe in that word,
Right,
religion.
right.
I don't believe in that word.
Yeah, but it's unfortunately it's only.
Oh,
our
it is a
generation
word.
that
It's in the
believes that.
dictionary. if you
Yeah,
look
but
it up.
Right. So, but what I'm saying is that, like, you know, it gave me the opportunity to say, okay, well, what is my faith? you know, and explore other things. So anyway, what I'm saying is that like through that whole journey of a few years of trying to discover what I believe in, you know, I went balls deep in the whole super
balls deep.
Like spiritual, fucking psychic, paranormal / crystal / fucking all that. You know, I tried it all, dude. I wanted to see it all.
She's like, I'm protected. I have my switchblade and my crystals. And
Yeah,
I'm
I have my switch, and I have my amethyst and my fucking.
She's gonna crack up. She's gonna be like, he actually
I love butterfly knives.
Yeah, so like it was really enlightening for me to experience that and to go through all that because I made a lot of friends who believe in a lot of that shit. Like they don't go anywhere without their fucking amethyst. You know what I'm saying? So, but it gave me. I think it gave me a more rounded.
It gives us more perspective. And it makes you question a lot more.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, I don't know, we all were raised that way. And I still, I pray all the time, even though I'm one of the biggest fucking sinners ever. And, like, I will sit there back and I will still question and be like, what the fuck? Is this real? Like, does it actually exist?
Well, see, what really changed my perspective was when I really started to investigate my perspective of sin.
Yeah.
What is sin? What defines sin? So
your
like,
convictions.
Yes,
Yeah.
but what it is my convictions changed because I became logical.
Yeah, logical.
And what I mean is this, is that
golden rule.
Well, there's the golden rule, and I do believe that. I do believe that I should treat other people the way that I want to be treated.
Yeah,
100%.
Karma's a real thing, yeah.
Yeah, karma is a super real thing.
Fuck yeah.
But is that a Christian belief or is it a universal belief?
I think it's
universal.
It's a human.
But
yeah.
I'm not going to allow my fear of karma to hold me back from taking what is rightfully mine.
Yeah.
Or what I feel should be mine. I will take that risk to burn villages if I feel it's mine. I will burn the village.
You can come burn my village?
If I need to. Here's where
mow them down like a scythe.
Here's where the difference is that growing
That's what
up,
I just saw too.
When I was being raised, I was always taught that you should that you can only have what's yours if it's in God's plan. If God wants you to have it, you'll have it.
Same, yeah.
All right, okay. We got to go over the memes, guys. We got to go over the top 10 memes.
We're getting in there.
Yeah.
But I got to say that I genuinely don't believe that. I believe that if it's mine, I'm going to go take it.
Yeah.
And fuck you.
So we just found our crowd for the religious podcast.
Yeah. Dude. How did we get here? What the fuck's going on?
The spiritual world. Dude.
No, we got here because of this 101 turkey. No more bringing the turkey 101.
That's a mini plastic bottle, you fucking hillbilly.
Dude, it's a mini bottle, but this is how we got here, bro. You brought the Heine, I brought the fucking 101, Rob brought the weed and the flashlight. He barely screwed in that LED flashlight.
All right. I got to at least cover this. We could run through it. Pretty cool, but just for the...
Can I post a meme now and make it?
I know. I was trying to do one before the show. I was like, nah.
No, this is for the Facebook group people.
Just so you know, though, I did want to share with you, and if we don't have time, it's cool. But there's an EVP Medium group here in town, and there is a video they made on YouTube of this
here in town.
Super haunted. Sorry. Of this super haunted place in fucking Berlin Heights where there's a fucking ghost literally holding other ghosts hostage.
Yeah.
And he's like talking in
like
AVPs that. Where he's just like, I won't let them leave.
What?
And the other ghosts are like, we just want to ascend. We just want to go to the light. And he's like, no.
Yeah. I'll
what do you think about that?
Huh.
I think there's a lot of things we don't know. I don't know if purgatory exists. I don't know if that's a real thing. I also think that, like I said, that realm has the knowledge, the wisdom of the ages on their side. They know what we think like and what will get us to think differently than what truth is.
I will say this before we started the podcast. In my beliefs, after the more I've aged, I honestly believe that hell is souls stuck here on earth and they can't fucking get out.
Yeah.
And they live in their...
I believe
they're punishing themselves.
Transgressions and their regrets and their
I believe, hell is.
That makes sense.
I believe that's why ghosts exist.
I could see that.
They're stuck here.
I believe hell exists for people that deny.
But I believe it's much worse than what we perspective.
They won't forgive. Yeah. They won't forgive. They won't accept love.
Right.
Yes.
They won't accept. People in hell will curse their prosecutor for eternity.
Yeah.
That I don't believe God will send people to hell that will eventually beg for forgiveness.
Well, that's because they need to have the forthwith to accept ascension.
Yeah.
And they can't look beyond themselves but to blame others for their problems.
Yeah, I believe hell exists for those people that won't they prefer, they're that stubborn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they
people will sell their souls to
because I believe okay, here we go, religion. I do believe God, I believe Jesus died for everyone. Everyone. So the Bible doesn't really even talk about hell that much because the Bible is written for believers.
Right. Yeah,
it's
that makes
really
sense.
not it's really not meant for a non-believer. I mean,
it's not an evangelical tool.
Yeah, and a non-believer could pick up the Bible and then, no, you believe.
Right.
There was something in you that believed.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like, it's not like the moment you picked up the Bible and got like moved by a passage, it wasn't the passage that moved you.
It was an experience.
It was God inside you, or your something inside you. You were already moved.
Yes.
To read that. So, like, I don't believe that God just sends people that don't believe in Him to hell. I think hell exists for people that did believe in God and still don't accept His love and don't accept His forgiveness and are that stubborn and don't forget and curse Him for eternity. That's what I think it is. But, who am I? I don't know.
Who knows?
On the next FunBox podcast.
On the next FunBox podcast.
Wait,
with the
remember this is called the FunBox.
What these bitches want from a nigga.
All right, we're gonna go into the.
This was the most serious FunBox podcast.
We're gonna
I've
switch
ever
gears.
seen.
We're gonna switch gears and go into
Let's
the
go.
top 10 memes of episode 74.
Oh my lord!
Oh, we call the segment "What's on Your Mind?" Facebook edition. Here we go. What's on your mind? Where are you? What's on your mind? Here we go.
Scooby Dooby Dooby.
Take this pic and post it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Put back. Cause there's nothing to it in Facebook as you show.
What's on your mind? What's
Why do buttholes look weird? Why do buttholes look weird?
Because they're essentially the same shit that's on your lips.
But inside out.
Like a duck face.
It's like an inside out selfie.
All right.
Yes. Don't do it.
All right. Facebook memes. Top 10 memes. Number 10. Girls be wearing Carhartt like they're blue collar. Taking pipe and laying pipe are two different things, Stephanie.
Just bowling. Go
Dude,
figure.
that is so funny. What it's so funny is because it's so trendy for like oh my god, Jennifer.
Midwestern.
And the Midwest fucking.
I'm from Ohio.
Yeah.
Michigan,
Oh my god. Carhartt hats. I watched this thing on TikTok. I watched these ghost videos on TikTok today, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know any girl like this. I don't know.
Dude,
girl,
I do.
Carhartt
It's called
girls.
My Daughter.
Yeah. Yeah. Jasmine, yeah.
I mean, I'm just gonna say,
I'm so down home.
I still think she's kind of hot.
Oh, this girl?
Like, yeah, I mean,
you're talking about your daughter.
No,
She's
no,
like,
this
guys,
girl.
you see that ghost over there? Oh my god!
Like, yeah, I totally see that ghost.
There's an apparition for sure.
Scary.
I think he's bringing me a Starbucks. Oh my god!
Oh my god! Is he gonna wait in line at Dunkin' for like an hour and a half for a caramel mocha latte?
All right, number 9. This man had a song called "My Ding-a-Ling," and everybody was cool with it.
Right.
That's true.
You know why? It's because he plays guitar.
This old song.
Yes.
No, it's
My dang-a-ling.
My grandma bought me a cute little toy to bring me some good little joy.
Yeah.
2 little bells hanging by a string. She told me it was my
ding-a-ling.
ding-a-ling. Oh,
My ding-a-ling.
So at first it's innocent, then it starts to grow into
Yeah.
the last part of the song is like, those of you who will not sing, you must be playing with your own ding-a-ling.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it starts, once I was walking down Turtle Creek, rocking across Turtle Creek, man, them snappers all around my feet. Swam so hard, it felt so hard swimming across that thing with both hands holding my ding-a-ling-a-ling. Yeah.
Well, worried about his
pretty-
toes. He's worried about that dick.
Ding,
He
that
didn't want to
dick,
get that
yeah.
dick bang out.
Yeah. All right.
But wait, that makes me wonder.
the whole thing
was,
is,
was that a thing? Like back in the day, you'd swim in a creek and then get your dick bit off by a fucking
Probably,
turtle?
or not bit. You're
Dude.
just bit by a snapping. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That shit happened, or it wouldn't have been in that song.
But also, what this is saying is that people are way too fucking uptight.
Yes.
Like way.
I mean,
uptight.
look at this picture. This picture's from 1950 something, and this motherfucker's singing about a dang-a-lang.
And he's getting the whole crowd involved.
I mean, he's writing platinum hits on a dang-a-lang.
No one had a care in the world.
Nobody gave a shit.
They were like, what's
but
that?
then again, we did have WAP.
Wet ass pussy. All right. Number 8. Whoever called it blue balls and not a cummy ache sure missed an opportunity there.
That's I kind of agree with that one.
It's real.
I mean, good for you.
Wow, super delayed response. I like it.
All right, number. I don't really know what to say about this except. All right, there you go. All right, number 7. Her. You really want me to sit on your face or just like hover me? Suffocation, no breathing.
I remember seeing
Yes.
Don't give a cut my arm bleeding.
Yeah. I want it to like seriously can't breathe, have to take a breath, get me a snorkel, like where you have to like lift the ass to get some air in your nose.
Yeah, you got to get under them cheeks, thighs.
Yeah, like lift them up so you can
thumbs full force.
Yeah.
Put my heart into pieces. I risk my last resort, suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cut my arm bleeding. Would you even care if I die bleeding? Would it be wrong? Would it be right? If I took my life tonight, chances are that I might. Mutilation out of sight.
What?
I contemplated suicide. Cause I'm losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody will tell me I'm fine. My sight. All right, that's it.
No, it's just an apparition.
All right, number
It's a
6.
shadow man.
Single moms on Facebook. My kids.
Oh my word.
You got Capri Sun?
My kids are my world. And always come first. I love it when they have they're like, oh, my kid looks so cute today, and their cleavage is showing, and
Yeah.
they're like, their kid's like barely in the picture, and they're like puckering up for
Yeah,
the
they're like-
camera. You stupid.
they're like,
fuck you, bitch.
hurry
I
up.
hate you. I hate you. I want
Hurry
you.
up, all you single dad wannabes.
I want you to drive into the lake.
Insta-fam.
Dude, all these like Tinders, Bumbles, literally just like boob shots. Single mom, 3 kids. I live for my kids. Boob shot. Ass shot. Word, yeah.
Yep, definitely
Yeah.
living for your kids that you
Yeah.
haven't had yet, bitch. Living for your kids, trying to get more of them suckers.
Dude, I've actually unfollowed. I can't stand. I can't watch. I cannot like stand looking at posts by like single women, especially when they're like my age and they're acting all independent, like they don't need no man.
I don't need no man.
It's like
they got a room full of dildo dicks all over the place.
I'm like,
I don't need no man.
And crystals.
Are you trying to convince me or yourself? But yeah,
They got a dildo made of crystals.
We're in Mercury retrograde, guys.
Listen, we're in Mercury retrograde, so I got this selenite dildo, and I'm gonna like wait in line at Starbucks.
I feel attacked.
Yeah, I feel attacked.
Definitely getting.
Why is your dick not made of selenite?
I'm totally just gonna do me this year.
Yeah, me. I'm just gonna do me.
I'm totally being on my nobody's on my level the way.
Yeah, but I'm
am.
gonna put it on OnlyFans, and I'm gonna do the fuck out of me. I'm gonna make so much money.
I work from home, okay?
All right.
What do you do? I work from home, okay?
I work from home.
Okay.
I'm in real estate and I work from home. Okay.
I'm selling feet pics on OnlyFans, and then I'm gonna
And
walk on a pillow later.
I have a Sibian.
Look,
in
I'm
my
a
bedroom.
bartender, but I need to go out
That
and drink
makes-
tonight, so I'm gonna post pics of my feet. $150 tab, no problem.
No problem.
All right. Number 5. Oh man. How that one night stand walks by you in child support court. This is a bloody nightmare. Oh my god. Oh man. Oh man.
The funny thing is like she's definitely walking through church.
Yeah, the pews.
The
But
pews,
that is,
those are definitely.
No, those
church
look like
pews.
court
that
pews.
looks like Vermilion.
That looks like
Slide
Vermilion.
along.
That looks like Vermilion
Slide
court.
over.
That
I'm
looks-
here
Oh
for my
my
baby
God.
daddy, okay? Slide
Oh my,
over.
look at it. It looks so mean.
Imagine if that happened to you.
I'm such a sinner.
This is a nightmare. And you know
Dear.
what sucks? This is a woman with a soul and a spirit and a heart and
No, it's
No,
not.
she's from a different realm, dog.
No, it's not.
no, she's yeah.
This fucking
That was that
this
shadow
cunt right
figure.
here. She lives for the moment. She's like, you know what? I was born ugly as fuck. I'm just gonna ruin single white dudes' lives. I'm gonna get me some of that retirement, bitch. I smell 401k coming around the corner. You best pay my fucking medical bills, bitch.
Oh, shit. Oh, damn. I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
So many things are coming to mind.
Them shoulders are fucking strong.
She's a very sturdy lady.
Have you tried out for the Browns, bitch? I need some help.
Mom, I love you.
All right, number 4. Why are you putting garlic in your pants so Dracula won't try to eat my ass? Why would Dracula eat your ass? He won't. The garlic. Are you even listening?
Oh my god. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, this is one of the top 10 memes for the Facebook group. I want them to be more offensive. They're not that offensive.
All right, so
I feel like they-
I'll be honest with you. I quit posting memes on the group because, like, you got fired from Facebook. And I was, like, feeling bad. Like, it wasn't that my memes got you in trouble.
No,
but
my shit got me in trouble.
Like, I was afraid that my memes were instigating other worse memes. And then, like, because I have some shit that,
Yeah,
like,
there was some where my jaw would just hit the floor.
Yeah,
and
I
I'd be
have
like,
some shit on my phone that I've saved over the years that, like, if I put
Yes.
on Facebook,
If I die,
like,
someone goes through my
guarantee
phone.
Facebook jail memes.
Maybe that's what they
Yeah.
were doing. They tried to make an example out of me or something.
Right. And that's
and
what
I
was
wasn't even
feeling.
posting the bad shit.
I know, that's what I was feeling. I was feeling like I would see me, and then you would be like, I'd see a meme, and I'd be like, oh my God, somebody's getting in Facebook jail. And then it'd be like, Robbie Weber, you in Facebook jail. And I'm like,
what the fuck? He didn't even post that shit, but I guess it's his group. Maybe they're trying to make an example.
I tiptoed around what their algorithm was, or what the AI technology is that's like targeting me. I wrote trigger words in no inconsequential order of just crazy order of like mandate, COVID, burn, Biden, Trump, conspiracy. I wrote random words that made no sense. I got banned for it. And then once I got unbanned, I wrote those exact same words, but pro Biden. But using all the same words.
Shut the fuck up.
And I didn't get banned. I'm fucking serious, dude. I'll go back and.
Yeah, no, listen, it's real.
Here's your sign.
Not to sound like a typical dad.
What
but
the fuck?
Not to sound like a typical dad, but I mean, I listen to, I follow, Joe Rogan's podcast, and he talks about that a lot.
I'm not saying anything that gets shut down is truth. I'm saying. What the fuck?
Yeah,
that's all I'm
shutting
saying.
down specific
It's
content.
definitely controlled.
Yeah.
For sure. It's all I know. I hate to say this,
cancel
but
culture.
The corporate media is on the
Democrat train.
Which sucks.
Yeah.
Celebrities,
super
and,
lefty.
Yeah,
and listen, it's
people with power.
I even hate the left and right dialogue.
And
I
just
hate
to say this, if they always say, if you're subscribing to a service that you're not paying for, it's not because you're the customer. It's because you are the product.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
Anyway, back to our free Facebook, which we are products of.
All right,
Let's go to social media. Yay!
Number 3. Down with the Swiss Miss.
Yes. Coming down with the Swiss Miss.
Somebody
coming down with the Swiss Miss.
Somebody on the comment section wrote, "Ooh, hot, 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 hot."
Who was it? Was it Maggie that posted that? Who was it that posted the people trying to do the karaoke of that?
Oh yeah, nobody can do the ooh ahs, right?
Dude, I was dying. Yeah, I was dying.
That wasn't that bad. Ooh ah.
Dude, the ooh hot 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 hot.
Look,
he's got that.
There's a
that's better than the meme, dude.
I know. I should have posted that fucking comment. Whoever said that, kudos to you.
Oh my god, it's so good.
There's orbs coming from the Swiss Miss. I see a ghost. It's real.
Ooh, hot, 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 hot.
All right, number 2.
I
gotta say,
Jesus,
sweetie, pull over. I need to see the toilet. Yes. You're a man. Just go with a bottle. Oh, jeez.
Why are they both naked?
Oh God.
Ugh.
Yeah. Why are you driving naked?
I was thinking about this today when I was on my way home from work, and I really had to take a piss.
Ugh.
Oh, the bottle. Poor bottle.
Being left-handed, it's the worst thing in the world. Dude, being left-handed, it's the worst.
I don't know what. I just felt like he was using his right hand to do that.
Yeah.
And if you had a left hand, you wouldn't be able to do it properly in a car for some reason. I have no idea. I have buttons and I wanted to push them. All right. Number 1, top 10 meme of the week. All right, Eric Rick's supposed to say this. Careful with the Bluetooth, people.
Oh, I saw that.
All right, Klein is inside the office watching some nasty while I'm working on his truck. Bang Bros. What does it say? Young Black something.
The Bluetooth is connected.
Yeah,
oh,
Bluetooth
man.
is connected.
Oh, my God, that's funny. I did see this meme, and then I saw in the comments somebody said, like, I would do this on purpose just to fuck with people that are in my truck. Dude, that's pretty funny. That's a really good idea.
That is, yeah.
I really feel like I need to do that to one of my employees next time they pull my truck in for me. Like, yeah, go grab my truck, and I'm just going to put it on something really fucking terrible and turn the volume all the way up. Another good little hack you can do is that, like, if you have, like, an Alexa device at your house that's connected to your phone and you know your kids are there,
message.
You can just I just put my Alexa on death metal, and then I turn it all the way up so they can't control it.
You know what's really cool?
It's not like grindcore.
If you have Spotify, and you have like a PC or a desktop computer or whatever, or a laptop, you can go on your Spotify account and you could see the people that follow you or the people that have Spotify, that because the whole world's connected now.
Right.
You could see what they're listening to in real time.
Like the exact moment.
Yeah.
Damn, for real?
Yeah, like it's almost like a social media network. It's like you could look, like if you have Spotify and you're listening to a song, I'm like, dude,
so I'm jamming Coldplay in my tow truck.
People have heard. People could potentially see me listening to "My Heart Go On" by Celine Dion.
I fucking belt out, bro.
Like I listen to the weirdest shit at work.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we do too, because
Same.
we just get tired of the same shit.
Yeah.
So like, but the funny thing is, like, I'll put Spotify on the TV that's right behind where I'm working, and then in the office it's just playing, whatever's connected to Amazon Music. So I always like to watch it. We have like one girl that sits in the office, and I'll go in there and I'll put it on like cattle decapitation, and turn it all the way up, and then I'll see her like look at the fucking Alexa and like, Alexa, I hear her yelling at it, and I'll just like turn off. I'll change the name to Alexa, like make it David, so she'll never be able to change it, And she'll come out, she'll be like, God damn it, did you change Alexa's name again? I'm like, yeah, just call it David.
He said cattle decapitation.
Yeah. That's a fucking good ass band. You gotta check them out.
But yeah, that's the top 10 memes.
That was pretty good. That's pretty good. Good memes. Good job, everybody. Now I'm gonna strive for this week. I'm gonna put some shit on there, Rob. Just be ready.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make
I don't want him to retaliate against my fuck Joe Biden memes. I don't really care who the president is, but I'm just gonna make lots of inappropriate memes.
All right, everybody, we gotta get rolling. We gotta get going.
Rolling.
Thank you, JB. Thank you, Joe, for coming on the show today. I really do appreciate it. You have no idea. I need people to talk to.
Yeah, it was fun.
And,
talking at you.
And for the show, and people do listen, dude. Surprisingly, I have a good 100 people that probably listen regularly.
Oh, cool.
So thank you, everybody that listens to the show. And if you,
guys, for sure.
I know most of the listeners are just like casual listeners and don't give a shit what we really talk about. But whatever, man. I love you anyway, man, and also I hate you at the same time for not giving me any input.
You mother.
That's like saying go fuck yourself. But hey, Patreon people, we love you.
Patreon people, we love you.
Love you. Give us your money.
All right, guys. Peace out. We out of here.
Be good. Bye.
Deuces.
We'll do this again. Peace out. We out of here. I gotta do this. God damn, that was too hot.
That's pretty good, Rob. Did you make that at the end?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That looks good.